Tonight's presentation of the Joust Premium Live event is sponsored by Diet Water. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And with Father's Day coming up, all of the team here at Diet Water Productions would love to wish every single father out there a very happy Father's Day. And for those of you who are not fathers, despite wanting to, and are also making a dent in other people's lives without having that official title, or if you're the dad for someone out there who's not your own, we love and support everything that you're doing as well. And so make sure you relax tomorrow, have a good day, and make sure you slake your thirst with that one product that has all of that great water taste and none of those dreaded water calories. The one, the only, Diet Water. This product's only available in stores where it's sold. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are time zone-wise on this island Earth. This is Kentucky Hawkeye, KY Hawkeye, your host here for Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium. It is Saturday night, which means our special behind the counter tonight being made up by our caramel cyborg over there, Virgil. He is our soda jerk, and he'll be making our famous 1, 2, 3 parfaits tonight for everybody. Tori will be getting you taken to your favorite table or booth, or maybe lead you to the serving counter if you're part of the fun bunch that sits on those stools and spins around like we all did when we were a kid, and some of us still do as an adult. Either way, you're going to be well taken care of, well fed, and you're going to enjoy yourself tonight, as tonight is our night for Grappler's Keep, our WWE currently 2K25 universe, where number characters from all of your favorite tabletop RPG genres compete in a ring that we lovingly call the Dice Tray. We are having tonight one of our premium live events. This is the Joust. This is based off of Survivor Series / War Games from WWE. This is our version. We call it the Joust. We have some Joust matches scheduled, one for the men, one for the ladies, for sure. We got some other good tag team stuff going on. We got singles action here. We got every title but one on the line here tonight, but that other title is going to be on the line in a slightly different way. So we'll see what happens with that match, and we'll explain how that's going to work when we get there. So we got 14 matches on the card tonight. Yes, 14, 1-4. We got a lot of stuff matches going on, so we've got to get things rolling on those. So without any further ado, since we used all the ado making dinner last night, let's go ahead and get things started. The joust has begun. Mount up. Welcome to Grappler's Keep. All right, mouse is being a little finicky here. Okay, let's go ahead and get things started. As usual, we will get caught up on news from our last show, in that the tensity between Warble and Varja is getting turned up after Warble gets her revenge on Varja from being on the receiving end of the previous show. The back and forth between these enemies is only a preview of what can be expected when the title is put on the line, and that title that Warble has will be on the line here tonight. Othniel led a brutal beatdown of Dolgrim Bravestone after taking the win over him, with Scandalon Obadiah IV and Meanie, of all people, joining in the attack. Would not have expected the Paladins to align themselves with the Kobolds, but stranger things have happened. This team's vicious side has become an even bigger threat as they move to dominate their tag team rivals through force and numbers, and the Barbarians will be defending their tag team titles against the Paladins here tonight. Goaded by the trash talk of their rivals, Picken Sarlano and Neil Caillo entered the ring and put Annabelle Dukes and Annalith in their place. Before the match could even start, the crowd cheered on the superstars as they brought the fight to their opponents, frustrated as much as the superstars were over the actions of their rivals from last week. Rule M failed to back his promise and could not make his opponent tap out. This failed attempt to capture the attention of the Grappler's Cape universe will set him back possibly for a while, but he did defeat a surprise opponent after issuing an open challenge. He's proving himself to be a real threat to the champion's reign with confidence like this, and he will be challenging for the Master Melee belt against Rufus Combs later on this evening. Let's look through tonight's card. It looks like things might have got shuffled a little bit. Let's see, or maybe I just have them in the wrong order here. All right, our first joust match is going to be between is going to contain 4 sets of tag teams. We have Sister Cyber and Thrill and Chill working together, and we have Paws and Claws and the Interlude working together, which is going to be an interesting combination. They'll be starting off the first match. Then next, it's going to be Morduk will be defending the Hunter's Mark against Scooter out of the Demolition Squad. Okay, maybe I just have these stacked backwards. Okay. Then we have a challenge for the Women's Tag Team Championship as our current tag team holders, Anarchy, will be defending against the Hag Sisters, who defeated them last time we were on. So we'll see what happens in this tag team matchup. And we have some rivalries to take care of here, as Picken Sarlano has been having some trouble with Fatal Attraction because he's pulled in a friend, Neil Caillo, fellow sci-fi traveler, to help her out, and they're going to be in an Extreme Rules tag team match here tonight. In other action, we have Meanie going up against Callius Lucidus, or Miney, excuse me. Miney's going up against Callius Lucidus. We have Komona. Looks like my card order got shuffled here. Let me sort through my cheat cards here. All right. Here's when least expected. It shuffles my order and everything. Okay, where's this one? All right, did it change a match on me here? I think the machine may have changed a match on me here. Nope, they're in the card stack. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I got myself mixed up here. So, Komona will be with her manager, Krellin, at her side. Is going to be going up against Cheryl Aranoma, who has enlisted as a manager / coach Lorana. This will be interesting to see what happens with that. Curtis the Pistol Powell is returning to action here tonight. He will be going up against Killeran Sparkshard in an underground match. We have one of our title matches here tonight, as the Marshal, Rufus Combs, will be defending against Rule M with the rest of the triangle at his side. Bill Sanders is going to be taking on Brenelor along with the rest of the disciples at her side. We have an interesting matchup here where Goldie Boone, along with her manager, Wandering Silence, will be going up against Desiree Bouveau. No love lost between these two competitors. We have Jayla Fast Shadow going up against Feline Locke in an Iron Woman match. For the tag team titles, we have the Bravestone Brothers, the Dwarven Barbarians, defending their title with Praxagora Thesmophoria, their manager, at their side, going up against the Paladins, Othniel and Scandalon Obadias IV, trying to become our first 2-time tag team champions. We have missing cards here. Here we go. The women's title is on the line as Varja continues her warpath towards the title, and she will be in a title match tonight against Warble. And then to finish it all off, we have a men's joust match here. We got Team Chemo along with Vin Blasteem going up against the team of the Brotherhood of Cthulhu and the Back Alley Boys. So, interesting bedfellows there. So now, we got that all straightened out, and I got some extra cards here. I guess they're not in after all like I thought they were. So, all right, things got a little messed up a little bit. Sometimes that happens when you store things in the game for a week and you come back. So, let us head out for tonight is The Joust, coming to you live from Munich. Let's go ahead and get things going here. Interesting combination of wrestlers in this one. Thrill and Chill have teamed up with, we got three former women's tag team champion groups in this matchup here tonight. We have Thrill and Chill, Chastity York and Charity Philpott, along with Shiny and Sable, going up against former tag team champions Paws and Claws, the team of Adasha and Jiashi, along with sometimes friends, sometimes rivals. I guess maybe they're frenemies, I'm not sure. But our Elven Bards, Dia Hanu and Mira Visk, the Interlude. So, War Games matches are always interesting. Let's see what happens, and let's head to our stadium in Munich as we prepare for The Joust.
The following is a women's War Games match.
It's a joust match.
The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins. The match can be won by pinfall or submission, exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. Now,
if you want any toys, get them before you go in.
War Games begin!
All right, let's prepare for the joust. Let's see which team gets the advantage. It is Shiny.
Introducing first, representing Pretty Mean Sisters from Chroma City, the future Lady Showstopper.
Shiny making her way towards the twin cages and twin rings. She's not going to grab any toys. She's just going to go right in. Looks like she's ready to go, waiting to see who comes to join her. Who's it going to be? That'll be one of the that'll be Jiashi. Out of paws and claws.
Representing Team Paws from Avalon, Tiger Girl.
Our Tigress Tabaxi making her way to the ring. Making her way around. And she's gonna go right in. No one's grabbing any toys early. We'll bring the volume down just a little bit here. I'm not talking over the background music too much. Alrighty. She's set and ready to go. They will start out. And a quick tornado DDT by Shiny to start it off. Now they can do all they want. Pins and submissions aren't going to mean anything until everybody is in the ring. We do not know which team has the advantage as Shiny comes in with the big running boot there. Little punt kick there, and now whips her hard into the corner. Gets the boot right to the gut, and now tries to squish all the air out of her chest. And Jiashi goes down. So you just need to try to beat on each other as much as you can. Hard into the turnbuckle goes Jiashi. Shiny's already putting her up top turnbuckle. Quick slap across the face. Goes up. Has her hook. Nice arm throw from the top rope there on Jiashi's end. Quick kick there, and it's been all Shiny here right now, wrapping that leg around the ropes. No ref inside to break things. All right, now hard whip into the ropes. Drops down. Leapfrogs over. Picks her up. Big spine buster. Big stomp to the ankle. Okay, we got somebody coming in 10 seconds. Which team is going to have advantage? Big super kick. Goes up to top, and it's going to be Shiny's teammate, and it's going to be Sable, her sister, comes in with the kendo stick. Nope, she's not done going to the toy box yet. Sledgehammer. As Shiny is still all over Jiashi, who's yet to get any offense going. Shiny picks up the kendo stick. Goes right to beating Jiashi. Sable's got the sledgehammer and goes after Jiashi. Sable throws the kendo stick down and goes after Jiashi again. Picks her up. Kind of a mild choke slam there. Gets hit with the sledgehammer. Sable's waiting. Shiny's waiting. Was waiting to do kind of a finishing move here, but her sister keeps getting in the way. Jiashi slowly getting to her feet. Quick strike there. Now Jiashi gets herself free and going. Big flurry of blows from Jiashi. And then there's Sable, who walks right into a nasty drop kick. Jiashi's outnumbered here. She's going after Sable. And Shiny breaks the kendo stick over Jiashi, who does not even is not affected by it. Into the corner goes Sable. Jiashi will be getting help in 6 seconds. Nice monkey flip out of the corner. Here comes Shiny. Whips her into the corner. Let's see who comes. It's going to be Adasha, her tag team partner. So they're used to working together on foes. Here she comes. As Jiashi's been holding her own as long as she can here. Now the numbers are even, and here comes Adasha. I didn't see her throw any toys in. Nice back body drop onto Shiny. Sable's all over. Jiashi Adasha is all over Shiny. Now she's going up to the top rope. Big elbow drop as Sable gets the drop on Jiashi. Now gets Adasha with the sledgehammer from behind. Kicks her way back up, but now she's at a numbers disadvantage. Her tag team partner is down. Nailed with the DDT. Oh, there's the sledgehammer again being used on both of the kittens here. And now it's just numbers advantage as Paws and Claws can't get anything going here. Now Adasha's up. Jiashi has Sable, nasty DDT. And now Shiny and Adasa are in the other room, and now we have another one coming. Sable and Shiny have help coming in 4 seconds. So the Paws and Claws trying to do what they can. Here comes Chastity York as Paws and Claws are just getting pounded. Just can't quite get the numbers advantage. Can't take advantage of things when it's equal. Now it's 3-on-2. Nasty double team by the Sister Cyber on Jiashi, and now they, along with Chastity, are going after Adasa. Sable's all the way up top. Misses everything. Meanwhile, Chastity had a sort of figure 4 onto Jiashi. Adasha is fighting on her own against Shiny, holding her own, but her partner is getting double teamed. They need help. And it should be coming soon. Nice back body drop by Adasha onto Spice on Shiny, now using the sledgehammer herself. Meanwhile, Jiashi is just getting pounded by Sable and Chastity. And here comes help. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Dia Hanu coming down to even the odds here. Will she help team up on Shiny, or will she go help out Jiashi? I'm not sure yet. We'll see. No toys fetched. Nope, they're going to team on Shiny. And now, here comes Chastity, only gets sledgehammered, has it thrown on her by Adasha. Now, Jiashi is on her own, and Sable just face planted her straight down. Meanwhile, Dia and Charity are all over the other two. Jiashi coming back with a vengeance, but it won't last for long because soon Charity Philpott will be joining in the fray. As you see, the action's all over the place. Now Dia Nu comes over to go after Sable. And Adasha is on her own. Nope, Dia's coming back now. She's caught by Shiny. Nice double hook suplex there. And now it's 3-on-2 in one ring. Jiashi by herself. She picks up the sledgehammer, puts it down. As here comes Sable. Now everyone's going to be in the same ring. And here comes Charity Philpott. She wastes no time. She's going right to the toy box. He grabs a chair. As you see the action up close here in the ring. And she's pulling out a table as Sable uses the chair on Jiashi. Adasha blocks the chair, hits Sable with it instead. Here comes the table. And Charity's not done yet. She wants more toys. Another kendo stick, because why not? And now she's going to come in. As we have toys and wrestlers all over the place. Power slam there. Now Charity's getting to it. Nice use of the table there by Sable. Almost using as a shield as well. Now drops it on Dia. Charity's got the kendo stick. Adasha's thrown into the other ring, being followed by Shiny and Charity. Dia is trapped underneath the table, literally, as Jiashi's stuck in the corner. And now our last competitor is about to come in. Jiashi fighting back. Dia Hanu's being double teamed And now Adasha's grabbing the table to use it on Shiny, and here comes Deep Miravisk, the last member. And she's in the ring. Then the real action happens. She's going right to the toy box too. Let's see what she gets. She's going to grab a stop sign. And she's not done. Meanwhile, Adasha's had Shiny locked up in the submission hold. Had her in the scratching post, but it doesn't mean anything now. Miravisk is in. The match has begun for certain now. Pinfalls and submissions count now. We have, Shiny goes through the table, and now she's got the scratching post locked in again, but now she's got help. She's got it's 3-on-1 versus Adasha, and she's holding her own right now. She goes again after Shiny, but now it's all three of them going at her. She gets face planted down. Meanwhile, the other three are all over Charity Philpott. Suplexed her right into the trash can. And we just got bodies flying all over the place right now. Adasha's by herself, 3-on-1. Charity Philpott is isolated, 3-on-1. And now here comes Miravisk to even things out. It appeared, nope, now she can't make up her mind. Meanwhile, Adasha is in real trouble, as is Charity Philpott. Now, Chastity and Mira taking it on in between the ring areas. Now they're back in the other side. It's 3-on-2. Adasha is holding her own against the other two. Guys go for the scratching post, but gets kicked off. Goes for the pin on Adasha. And it's over. The early numbers were just too much. And the victory goes to Thrill and Chill and Sister Cyber.
Demon Hunter.
Wild match there to start us off here, everyone. Everyone here in Munich seems to have liked it. It's ranked as the greatest of all time. I have a feeling more and more that scale is just basically how long the match goes, more than anything else. So let's go ahead and get going to our next match here. It is our first title match of the night, as Wandering Silence's favorite wrestler of all time, Morduk, last time we were on, defeated Novar Xanatrone and now holds the men's Hunter's Mark, and he will be bearing it tonight against Scooter. For those of you not familiar with the Hunter's Mark, this is our fighting championship. We have one for the men and one for the women. So the way it works is, once you win that title, every time we have a match, you must bear the Hunter's Mark and defend it. If you successfully bear the Hunter's Mark 4 matches in a row, you automatically, the next stream, whether it's a premium live event like this, or if it's a regular weekly show that we have going on, you automatically get that next week a title shot for either in Morduk's case, the Master Melee belt, or in the women's side, the Lady of Valor Women's Championship. So Morduk, this is his first time bearing the Hunter's Mark, and he'll be doing it against half of the tag team known as the Demolition Squad. He's going to be going up here tonight against Scooter. So this should be an interesting matchup. Let's go ahead and head right to Munich, and we can see our actual arena and get things started. Boo Morduk. Yeah, that's the chant around here. Everyone wants to boo Morduk.
The following is scheduled for one fall, and is for the Men's Internet Fighting Championship. Making his way to the ring from Roswell, New Mexico, weighing in at 228 pounds,
All right, he's our super smart superhero out of the superhero realm of tabletop RPGs. claims to have saved the world more times than it knows. Here to show once again that brain will always overcome brawn. Claims to be the inspiration for both Tony Stark and Reed Richards. I'm surprised he doesn't throw Bruce Banner in as well, but he doesn't like. He probably thinks the Hulk guy is a little too much overkill, more brawn than brains, and he wants to focus on the brain, so that's what he does. And he's been quite successful here in the Keep. His first real title held here now. Trying to see if he can convert that into a challenge for the the Master of Melee Men's Championship. I didn't change the turnbuckles, did I? Oh well. And here comes his opponent. Out of the post-apocalyptic wastelands. The self-proclaimed, at least to us, Baron of the Wasteland. Along with his bodyguard, Chaos. It is Scooter. Alright, Scooter making his way in, along with Chaos. We've seen Scooter before in singles action. He is no one to be trifled with, even though he's primarily tag team. We'll see how he does here tonight. A legitimate shot for himself for a title. Chaos, his tag team partner, there to support him. And with that, looks like they are ready to go. And this is the belt that they are competing for tonight, the Men's Hunter's Mark. Now let's take it back to our announcer ringside. Showing the belt to everyone, and they're going to get right to it. Marduk is set and ready to go. Scooter chomping at the bit to get going. There's the belt, and here we go. And Scooter comes right in with a quick, big kick. Misses with the next one. Follows it up with a nasty clothesline, going right after Marduk, not taking any chances. Big knee shot there. Marduk comes up with a kind of a running knee of his own. Now a big stomp, and now trying to slow things down, stretch out the neck and back. Scooter rolls out easily enough. Forearm strike there, misses with that shot. Now the dreaded collar elbow hook up there near the ropes. And now Scooter gets the headlock going. Has him locked in good now. Marduk throws him into the ropes. Nicely executed drop kick. Big stomp there. Now goes right for the shoulder and the arm. Goes for the other one. Pulls him up as Scooter's ready. Arm drag slam right. Followed right with a knee to the side. And he's going to go right for the pin. Why not? But only a 1 count. Wraps him up. Scoots has him up on the shoulder and just throws him out of the ring onto the stone walkway pathway there. But Marduk's right there waiting for him as he comes out. Shot to the back. As the count goes, nasty Russian leg sweep. Big stomp again. Has him by the leg. Nasty stump puller. Pulls him up to his feet. He has the champion's advantage. He cannot lose the match due to a count out or disqualification. He will still keep the belt. Throws him back in, not an issue. Nice running leg drop there. Scooter pops right back up, and here comes Marduk with a big leaping kick off the top rope, but only gets a 1 count out of it. Swinging knee right to the back. Another big stomp. Gets him set up, but a quick kick by Scooter. Another kick to the hamstring. And now a slap across the face. Scooter comes with a punch, it looks like. Another strike by Marduk. And now the punching and slapping has begun. Exchanging him back and forth. No holding back here. Both want that title belt around their waist. Marduk blocks one this time. He encourages him to get a shot in, and he takes it. And Scooter blocks one and gets it in, and now the hockey fight has begun. And it looks like Scooter got the best of that one. Scoops him up. Face plants him straight down. Hooks the leg. And only a 2 count. That title was so close right there as Marduk rolls towards the other side, sees chaos, decides not to continue further. Scooter throws him down. Nice rope-assisted leg drop there. He was ready for something, but Marduk got out of the way quickly. Scooter comes right after him. Big slam, straight down, hooks the leg, goes for the pin. But only a 2 count. Into the ropes. Leaping elbow drop, a little spin there as well. He's going up top. Has it measured. Big elbow drop from the top rope. Hooks the leg for the pin. But no, he kicks out. Plenty of shock, but not enough awe. Scooter still staying at it. Now going to the ground and pound. Big stomp, and he rolls out of the way. Marduk had something planned, but Scooter gets his way free again. Hard whip into the ropes. Drops down. Scoops him up. Little tilt. It's kind of a tilt-a-whirl slam there. It looks like he may be calling for the fallout here. He's setting him up. Has him up. And down he comes. The fallout. This could be it. We could have a new bearer of the Hunter's Mark. Oh, almost. So close. Plenty of shock. Not enough awe. Follows up with an elbow drop. And now going for the arm bar. Has that arm all the way pulled back. Marduk trying to reverse. Has it locked in pretty good. Now released. He's waiting for Marduk to get to his feet. Big series of strikes now. Marduk comes punching back. Tries to wrap him up, but Scooter just outfights him. All that fighting out in the wasteland's paying off. Another launched foot stomp again. Pulls him up. Into the ropes, but nope, the ref got in the way by accident, so now he'll regroup. A big kick instead. Looks like we may be seeing the wasteland here. Nope. Instead, whip into the corner, runs into the ref. Opportunity for Marduk, but no, Scooter is right there, not wasting any time. Has him up. He's going to go for a buckle bomb, it looks like. Face first, right into the top turnbuckle. Scooter has got this match going right now. Big running boot to the face. Marduk rolls out from the corner. Pulls him out. Big flurry of blows here from Scooter. Big knee shot. Another. And he's just all over Marduk right now. Down he goes. Scooter going up top again. Waiting for Marduk to get to his feet. Launches double axe handle, but I think Marduk blocked it. But nope, he's got him again. We may be getting another fallout. Has him up. Nails it. Hooks the leg. Will this be it for Marduk? It is. And already tonight we have our first title change. We have a new bearer of the Men's Hunter's Mark. And it is Scooter. A huge solo victory for him and team victory for the Demolition Squad. Very impressive match there by Scooter, and he has definitely earned that title here tonight. Now, our next title match tonight, this is for the Queens of the Keep Women's Tag Team Championship. Our current title holders are also out of the post-apocalyptic wastelands. Spectre and Wicked, they are the team known as Anarchy. They've held those belts for quite a while, and they will be defending them tonight against the Hag Sisters, Devious Dora Drek, and her little sister, Crazy May Lord Ladle. Last time we were on, the Hag Sisters defeated the champions in a non-title match. They have earned a title shot here tonight. Can they make it 2 in a row? Or will Anarchy just prove, as they have time and time again, too much? Let's head back to our arena and see. Coming out first are the challengers. There's Crazy May, her big sister Devious Dora. They are the Hag Sisters. Slowly making their way to the ring. Devious Dora looking after her little sister, Crazy May. Crazy May, Hag whose magical skills are as big as she is. Neither one should be overlooked in a match. They are quite capable singles and very dangerous as a tag team. All right, looks like they're ready to enter the ring. Devious Dora making sure Crazy May is in focus. And looks like they are ready for their title shot to begin. All right, they are set and ready as they wait for their opponents to come in. That's interesting. They're coming in separate tonight. Here is Wicked. Usually they come in together driving the rust bucket. They're going to mix things up here tonight. She, again, is out of the post-apocalyptic wastelands. When she's not finding trouble, trouble always seems to find her. The only problem with that, she likes trouble. Standing there proudly wearing the Queens of the Keep tag team belts, hoping to hold onto them tonight, but it will not be easy. And it looks like she's set and ready for her partner to come in. And here she comes. She is a savant with all vehicles. Here to keep Wicked out of trouble, and she's bringing the big shot. Her tank built for one. She is Spectre. And tonight, she is wearing the belt around her waist. Usually when she's driving the rust bucket, she doesn't bother to put it on, but tonight, she is wearing it. Making her way inside. Spinning it around for all to see. And here she comes to the ring. Spectre always quite a sight. And now, the question is, can they hold the titles? This could be their biggest challenge here tonight. All right, this is the belts. These are the belts they're competing for tonight. These are for the Queens of the Keep Women's Tag Team Championship. Let's take it back to our announcers in the ring.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Women's All-Star Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, Crazy May Lars Lady and TBS Doris Drex, the Bad Girls. And their opponents, the Wick and Spencer.
All right, holding their belts up proudly. Big title defense for them here tonight. We got an ad break coming, but I'm going to dismiss it so people don't miss this match as it starts. Hands the belts over to our ref. Holds them for all to see. And looks like we're ready to go here. It's going to be Crazy May starting out against Wicked. Power against power. For the Tag Team Championship, here we go. And Crazy May comes firing right out, but walks right into a hip toss from Wicked. Pulls her up to her feet. Looks up now, quick snap mare, and a big elbow right to the top of the head. And with that, it'll be a quick tag, and in comes Spectre. Crazy May right ready for their forearm shot to the head. Now just bowls her over and is going right for the ground and pound. Wicked swings and misses from behind. As Crazy May is just flurry of blows all over the place, pounding shot to the back. Wicked just Spectre barely taking it there on one knee already. Now hard whip into the ropes. Nice little arm hook drop there. And now the ground and pound begins. Looks like crossfaces, hard to tell from this angle. Yeah, definitely going with the crossfaces there. Trying to pound everything out of Spectre here at the moment. Pulls her up to her feet. Big flurry of blows again. Wraps her up. Power bombs her down, and with that, she will make the tag. Spectre takes the advantage and brings Wicked back in. As in comes Dora. The fireman's carry just flings Dora down. Wraps her up and goes for the Boston Crab. Has it locked in the middle of the ring. But Dora's able to flip her way out of it easily. Big kick to the back, and she's going to go right for the pin. Why not? But only one shot. Looks like she got hit by the count, and that woke Wicked up. Divas Dora doing some rope tricks right into a missile drop kick. Some old school rope work there. Big stomps to the back. Dora showing no fear against the larger Wicked, holding the arm down. Stomping on the hand again and again. Spectre tries to get a cheap shot in. He's not able to. Now she's trying to lock in. She's got going for the triangle there, but could not quite get it hooked in. Flips her over Flips her again, measures her out, and stomps on the face right in front of Spectre. Double face scrape there, and now stomping all over the chest, holding the arms, unable to defend herself. Dora pulls Wicked up to her feet. Hard whip into the corner, but the ref got in the way, but Crazy May just grabs her and rakes her face across the ropes anyway, wraps her up. I thought she was going for a fisherman suplex there, but instead, kind of a mutated Falcon's arrow there. Now Wicked going into the ropes. Dora drops down, leapfrogs over. Nice spinning kick there. Pulls her up to her feet. We'll dismiss that ad break there as we keep on going. Crazy May gets a shot in. Now there's the tag. Some double team action going here. Whip into the ropes. Double elbow shot. And now Crazy May tries to get the crowd up but doesn't pay attention. Wicked tags out. Spectre comes in, but Crazy May goes right after Spectre. Into the ropes. Nice basement drop kick. Crazy May showing some agility there. Pulls her up to her feet. Hard whip into the corner. Chases Wicked out, who's not the person of note in the ring right now. Has her up. Hits her with a mushroom cloud. Now here comes Spectre running in with the clothesline with a chance to regenerate. Springboard into a Hurricane Rana. Wicked still yet to leave the ring. Surprised she's not counted her out, but Wicked leaves on her own. Crazy May slowly getting up. Spectre comes back in the ring. Crazy May fights her way out. Gets picked up. And she's going for the Fey Realm, but Wicked comes in for the assist, and Spectre got the rope break. Wicked does not belong in the ring, but Crazy May's taking them both out. Pulls Spectre up to her feet. Wraps the arm. Has her hooked. Nasty neck breaker. The ref chases Wicked out. Crazy May goes for the pin. Only a 2 count. A lot of work. Plenty of shock. Not enough all with that yet, but pulls Spectre up to her feet. Spectre blocks that shot, gets one in of her own, gets Crazy May in the corner. Wraps the arm around the rope. Trying to bend it out of place. Goes up. Has her on from the top rope. Pulling an accordion stretch there, and down goes Crazy May. May have stayed in the ring too long. Spectre pulls her up, wraps her up. The inside out slam goes for the pin, and Devious Dora there for the save. Now goes up, top rope. Flying senton from the top rope, hooks the leg. This could be it. And it is. The Hag Sisters gave it all they had, but Anarchy reigns as they are able to get Crazy May isolated enough. Some underhanded 2 people in the ring action by Wicked not leaving the ring when she should have. Maybe some controversy there with the ref not chasing Wicked out sooner. Wicked may be feigning injury, but they retain the tag team championships. Now, one of our rivalries going on right now. Pickens Sarlano has been having issues for quite a while with the faction known as Fatal Attraction. The team of Annalith, Annabelle Dukes, and Minyun Maidalar. So Pickens called on the only person that she thought would be her best help, and that would be also out of the sci-fi realm, Neil Caillo. And she's been helping her out, and now they will be meeting in tag team once and for all. Minyun will be in the corner of Fatal Attraction. Neil and Pickens only have each other. Will that be enough? Let's head back to the arena in Munich and see. This will be interesting here. Extreme Rules So everything's going to go here. Let's see what happens. No DQ, so that means Min Yoon might be able to get into the action. And here they come at first. The trio making their way in. Annabelle Dukes holds the Women's Hunter's mark. There's going to be special provision in this match. There's Annalith, who will be her tag team partner. And the leader of Fatal Attraction, Min Yoon Maitalar.
Is a tag team Extreme Rules match. And accompanied by Mistress Sorceress N.A. Lilith and Annabelle Duke. Fatal Influence.
All right, special provision in this match. Annabelle Dukes, last time we were on, won the Women's Hunter's mark. If Neol or Pickin can pin or submit Annabelle Dukes, they will get the Women's Hunter's mark. So this is counting as the first time for Annabelle Dukes to bear the Hunter's mark, a special provision that Pickin and Neol asked for in this match. And it was granted to them as we wait for their opponents to come in. And here they are. The newest tag team in Grappler's Keep. Interstellar. They have name filed and are registered now as a tag team. They are the team known as Interstellar. Pickin Sarlano out of the Andromeda Galaxy. Neil Caillo from Ganymede, one of the moons of Jupiter. They are now an official tag team in Grappler's Keep. And this will be their first official appearance as a tag team here tonight as the team known as Interstellar. It looks like they are ready to go here. It'll be both people in at once, like a tornado tag. And they're going right at a quick drop kick by Annabelle Dukes. Annalith all over Pickin. They just have to pin or submit one. Annabelle Dukes going on the offensive for obvious reasons. She wants to keep that belt. Annalith doing the shoulder pull on Pickin. Drop kick to the back by Annabelle. And right now, it is Fatal Attraction all over Interstellar at the moment. And Annabelle's going to the toy box early as Min Yoon watches. Pickin kicks her way out. Goes for a moonsault but misses, but there's Neol right after Annalith. Pickin going after Annabelle Dukes, who brought a table in. And Annalith gets face planted, almost hit the table. Annabelle Dukes all over Pickin right now. Neol coming to Pickin's rescue, face plants her on the table. And now here comes Annalith. And Neol goes right after her, hard whip into the corner. Pickin still dead on her feet right now as Annabelle Dukes comes in. Neol all over Annalith. Annabelle all over Pickin. And now Neol comes in to help and is able to get the shot in on Annabelle. Pickin still recovering out on the ring apron. Now comes in after Annalith. Annabelle Dukes takes a tumble, and now Neol goes after Toys, has the kendo stick. Powerbomb by Annalith. Here's the count. Neol can't get to her because Annabelle has her busy. Now fights her way free. Annalith has the kendo stick and goes right after Neol. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin, but only a one count. Pickin back in, goes after Annalith. Annabelle Dukes now finds herself outnumbered 2-1 in there. Now Picken going up top rope. Let's see who she targets here. Goes right after Annabelle Dukes. Goes for the pin, hoping to get that belt. But nope, a kick out. Annalith goes after Picken, who fights her way out. Neol's right there. She'll go after Annabelle. Annalith is on Picken. Leg sweep. And now ground and pound on Picken. Meanwhile, Neol, nope, Annabelle gets the kick in. Hard whip into the ropes. Big series of face kicks and a face plant by Annalith. Neol goes outside. Annalith picks up the table. Tries to hit Neol with it, but Neol knocks it free. Instead has the table herself. Nails both of them with it. Throws it on Annalith, and now Annabelle Dukes does the Luthez press. Jumps all over. Annalith has her eyes on Picken outside the ring. Does a senton, makes enough contact. Meanwhile, Annabelle Dukes is just duking it out literally with Neol. Picks up the kendo stick. Now Picken has Annalith up. Military press right down onto that hard floor. Standing moonsault. Annabelle Dukes picks up the table. Now just throws it away. Picken all over Annalith. Annabelle Dukes all over Neol at the moment. Wraps her up. Nasty neckbreaker hits her with the fedora. Flips her over. Picken's back in the ring. And now goes after Annabelle Dukes. Annalith back to her feet. Mignon gets a trash can out. Rope drop by Picken. Now goes after Annalith, who hits her at the table first. Now Neol tries to get up. Annalith has her hard whip into the ropes. Big leg kick, didn't even wait. Goes right for the pin. And kicks out at 2. Annabelle Dukes all over. Picken outside going for more toys. Another kendo stick as she goes after Picken with it. Annalith has Neol by the back of the neck. But nope, Neol gets her way loose. Mignon just watching as Picken deadlifts Annabelle Dukes and power slams her down. Neol has Annalith down, goes for the pin, but only a 1 count. Picken all over Annabelle Dukes. Neol going up. Missed with the leg drop on Annalith, who goes outside the ring. Neol chasing her down. Picken up on the top ropes. Massive leap and an elbow drop on Annabelle Dukes. Now here comes Annalith. Neol sets up the table. Now is coming to Picken's aid outside the ring. And now Picken has things in control. Decides not double team on Annalith. Now Picken thrown by Annabelle Dukes. Neol leg sweep onto Annabelle. Everything's happening outside the ring right now. I think pins only count inside the ring. Throws Annabelle inside. Neol goes for some toys as Pickens all over Annalith right now. Has the chair. Annabelle Dukes knocks it free and hits her with the last word. Hooks the leg for the pin. Can Picken get there in time for the save? Not in time. And the win goes to Fatal Attraction. Another big win for Fatal Influence. Annabelle Dukes has her first successful bearing of the Hunter's Mark. Big rivalry between those groups. We may see more in the future. I don't know. That was a pretty good matchup there. We'll see in the future how well Picken and Neol work as a tag team. Now we'll go to men's singles action here. This is an ambulance match. Miney of the Kobolds is again upset that people aren't taking him seriously, even though he has been shown a lot of great action here in the match. Callias Lucidus specifically. So he's been challenged to an ambulance match. Pretty much simple. You don't pin, you don't submit. You throw the person into the ambulance and shut the door, and the ambulance runs off, and you're the winner. Let's see if the mighty kobold does well against our interstellar traveler in the sci-fi realm, Callius Lucidus. Gracie sounds upset.
Making his way to the ring from out of this world, weighing in at 215 pounds, beating Luke Sinister.
Callius Lucidus here out of the Delta Quadrant. Accidentally crash landed on Earth and has not been able to get back since due to us not having the technology that he needs to repair his ship. So he's stuck here until we catch up to him or someone from the Delta Quadrant comes to rescue. It's like he said and ready. And here comes everybody's favorite kobold, at least according to him. It is Miney.
From Avalon, weighing in at 150 pounds, Minor Ace.
Making his way down to the ring. Has had not a lot of wins as of late, but he has had a lot of great matches where he has come close to pulling off upsets. In one case, he was within a quarter of a second of becoming the Master Melee champion after Jardik Munka's cash-in of the Bag of Holding, turning the match into a triple threat. And now he'll be in an ambulance match tonight against Callius Lucidus. And here's the ambulance now. I apologize for anyone who has any seizure history for the strobes there.
Disqualifications or countouts. The only way to win is for a superstar to force their opponent into the ambulance by any means necessary. After closing both doors, the remaining superstar will be declared the winner. Now, let the match begin.
All right, here we go. Callius is set. Miney is ready. There's the bell. Ref gets out of the way, and Callius going right after Miney. Big series of kicks. Leaps off the top rope, goes for a body splash, but misses. Nobody home. Miney takes advantage. Big kick there. Whips him hard into the ropes. Nice spinning arm drag takedown there. Pulls Callius up to his feet. Hard whip up and over the ropes. He's wasting no time. He's got him right there by the ambulance. Flips him over. Looks like he's going for a heel hook here, trying to slow Callius down, take that aerial attack away by taking the legs out. Another big stomp. Big swinging kick there. Grabs him by the leg. Leg drop right onto the knee. Going after both legs. Slams the arm down. Flips him over. And a big knee right to the face. Pulls him up to his feet. Throws him back inside the ring. And he's already going to go ahead and open the ambulance doors up. He's ready to end this now. Callius back up on his feet. Goes up. Nice Hurricane Rana. Maybe more of a Frankensteiner there. Hard to say. Goes for old-fashioned punch to the head, but Miney reverses that very quickly with a leg sweep. Throws him up and over the ropes again. Miney hurries out there quickly to go get him. Pulls Callius up to his feet. Has him by the back of the head, throws him back inside the ring. He's not ready for him yet. Big forearm strike. Nice springboard drop kick by Miney. Goes up, second rope. Goes for a double axe handle, but nobody home. Callius with a big sweeping leg kick there. Hard whip up and over the ropes and down onto the floor outside. Pulls Miney up and Miney's ready. Hits him with a jawbreaker. Collar elbow hook up and hard into the steel gate. Big spinning back kick. And now Miney's going to be the first to go to the toy box. He has the sledgehammer going right after the legs of Callius. Misses with that shot. Callius throws him down towards the corner. Goes for a basement drop kick and misses. Miney retaliates with a knee to the head. Pulls him up. Big strike there. Big series of kicks and knees. Nice little enziguri there. Good old leaping body press there. Rolls him to his side. Big kick to the back with those claws. Pulls him up to his feet. Big strike. Another one. Another big flurry of blows there. Callius comes fighting back. Quick snapmare. Spins around. Boot right to the face. Onto the kobold. Now cranking hard on the neck, trying to slow Miney down. Slams him down hard. Another stomp to the arm. Has a headlock going, goes up into the headstand, then cranks down on the hard on the neck again. Twisting on those vertebrae. Big stomp to the leg. Has the leg and a nasty stump puller. Callius now has the sledgehammer. Right to the gut, now to the back. To the knee, looks like he got that time. Callius standing, waiting for Miney to get up. Big kick, wraps him up. Gonna hit the crash landing right on top of the sledgehammer. He goes back inside the ring. Now comes back out, Miney waiting for him. Goes up top rope. Leaps, but nobody there. Was not paying attention. Lost track of where the kobold was, and Miney standing in the ring just waiting for him. But gets scooped up. Body slant, sit out slam, straight down. Waits for Miney to get to his feet. Has him up. Hits him with the splashdown. Pulls him up to his feet again. Whips him up and over the ropes. Miney could be in trouble here. Right in front of the ambulance. Callius pulls him up to his feet. Has him by the back of the neck. Slams his head down inside, but no. Miney actually reverses it. Slams him down. Now grabs him. Throws him inside. Can he shut the doors? Nope. He goes after one. Callius fighting him. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna win this battle of strength? And it's gonna be Callius for now. Callius has him by the back of the head and tries to throw Miney in, but not quite. Picks him up, and now Miney's thrown all the way in. Goes right for that door, and there's Miney. Fighting to keep that door open. Both of them pushing hard, and Callius gets the first one shut. Tries to get the other, but Miney's still pushing. Still fighting hard. And forces them both back open, knocking Callius to the ground. Big knee shot. Flips him over, big stomp to the leg. Pulls him up. Has him wrapped up. Nasty flip there. Onto that hard ground. Has him, throws him partway into the ambulance. Now grabs him, And Callius all the way in. He goes for one door. Callius is back up, trying to force it open. Who's going to win the battle of strength here and will? Callius forces it open again. He might just be a little bit stronger. Quick kick there by Miney. Nasty European uppercut. What's Miney got in mind? He's climbing to the top of the ambulance. He's not going to do what I think he is he? Measures things out. Sees Callius down there. And nope, he's going to wait, and Callius is going to come join him. They're on top of the ambulance. And Miney's waiting for him. Pull down slam right onto the metal roof. Pulls him up to his feet. Big series of strike, kick misses. Nice dragon screw reversal there by Callius. Pulls Miney up to his feet. Miney blocks the shot. Hits him with the watch me fly. Big stomp. Knee to the back. Another stomp to the back. Flying body press down onto the metal roof. Pulls Callius up to his feet. Nope, reverses the whip. Both of them were trying to whip the other off of the ambulance. Now, Miney trying to balance and now gets pushed off and lands face first onto the ground outside. That might be it for Miney. Callius pulls him up. Has him by the back of the neck. Slams him down hard onto the floor of the ambulance. Spins him around. Picks him up. Throws him in again. He almost closed it on him once. Goes for the first door, and there's Miney right back out there. The battle of strength and wills. He gets one shot. Goes for the other. Miney pushing on the other. Callius is almost closed. And no! Miney does it again. Callius comes right back out swinging. Has him locked for the spin. Pulls him up to his feet. Throws him back inside the ring. Miney waiting for him, but gets hit by flying body press up the top rope by Callius. Pulls Miney up to his feet. Hard whip into the ropes. Drops down. Leapfrogs over. Nice flip slam there. Waiting for Miney to get to his feet. Quick kick. Wrapping him up. He's going to go for the splashdown. He's going to hit the crash landing again. Now goes up top. 5-star frog splash. Stomp to the arm. And now has the Fujiwara armbar locked in. Doing everything he can to try to weaken Miney. Releases the hold. He knows submission's not going to finish it. Waiting for Miney to get to his feet. Big flurry of kicks. Cobalt still on his feet. Up and over the rope. Once again. Callius pulls Miney up to his feet. Has him by the back of the neck. No, Miney fights back. Elbow to the gut. Big flurry of blows here. Goes up. Hurricane run of his own. Pulls him up to his feet. Has him by the back of the neck. Slams him down on the ambulance floor. Pulls him up. Has him by the back of the head. Throws Callius back into the ambulance. Goes for the first door. Callius is there. Miney pushing hard, as is Callius. Who's going to win the battle of strength and wills here? And it's Callius once again. Miney just can't get that door shut. Callius tries to throw Miney in. Not able to get him in all the way. Pulls him up. Throws him in one more time. And there's Miney. Fighting to keep the door open. Not able to do that one for long. Goes for the other one. Giving everything he's got. Callius pushing on the other side. Who's going to come out the victor in this battle? And once again, Miney reaches back. Big forearm shot. Pulls him up to his feet. Has him up. The nasty flip once again. Pulls him up to his feet once more. Has him by the back of the neck. Slams him down hard onto the ambulance floor. Spins him over. And now, back in the ambulance goes Callius. Miney with the door. He's not been able to get even one door shut on Callius yet, but he does this time. Swings the other one around. Can Miney get the door shut? Callius still fighting on the other side. And Miney does it. Both doors are shut. And despite many attempts to push him in, instead, Miney gets Callius Lucidus in the ambulance and is your winner. That was an outstanding match. I was quite surprised. I thought Miney was done for that last time in there. But never underestimate the will of a kobold. All right, now time for some women's singles action here. As Komona, along with her manager, Grandmaster Krellin, the two members of the Lightning League, will be going up. Komona will be going up against Cheryl Aranoma, former women's Lady of Valor champion, has run into some struggles as of late and has decided she needs some additional training for combat and has called upon our MMA expert, so to speak, our fond master of the Seder School of Martial Arts, Lorana, to teach her some more skills. And Lorana has agreed to do so. So we'll see if any of the training is kicked in for Cheryl yet, or will the speed and agility of Komona out of the Lightning League be too much? Let us head to the arena and find out. And there they are. Komona, Grandmaster Krellin, the green and white members of the Lightning League.
Making her way to the ring, accompanied by the Terror Crusher from Neo, Osaka, Green Hero.
Komona was running into a very hard dry spell and went to the one person she knew who could help her get out of bad habits and into better ones. Her mentor, her trainer, Grandmaster Krellin of the Lightning League. Komona is set and ready to go. And next comes her opponent, former holder of the Lady of Valor Women's Championship. It is Cheryl Aranoma, accompanied by Lorana, her new coach and trainer, not actually manager per se, more of a coach and trainer than manager, is what we've been told is the official relationship between the two. Cheryl said she's had a series of matches that have not gone well, especially one against Goldie Boone where she felt like she was missing something. Thinks Lorana can help train her to find out what that is. All right, Komona looks set. Cheryl's ready to go. There's the bell, and here we go. And Komona comes right out swinging. Finishing it off with a face plant. A big stomp there. Krellin's got to be liking what he sees here. All offense by Kimona so far. Lorana, hands up in the air, not liking what she's seeing. Kimona's holding the arm down. Big stomp on the hand. Another one. And another. Leaping elbow drop. It's been all Kimona so far. Rakes the fingernails down the back. Went for a leg sweep, but misjudged it. Cheryl taking advantage. Hooks her up. A quick snap suplex. Has her locked in again. Going for the big spin. And releases. Leaping elbow drop. Lorana loving what she sees now. Cheryl finally getting the jump start to get going. Waits over Kimona. Pulls her up. Old-fashioned veal throw towards the ropes. Big stomp, and now pulls her up. Chest slam straight down. Kimona goes outside the ring to regroup, comes back in under Krellin's orders, but Cheryl right there waiting for her. Cheryl throws her up and over the ropes. Cheryl going up top rope. Big elbow drop. Much to the delight of Lorana, watching on. Throws Kimona back inside the ring. Is waiting for Kimona to get up, and she doesn't, so she comes right back in after, pulls her up. Double axe handle to the back. Ooh, Krellin didn't like the looks of that. Lorana liking it. 2 count, but not enough. Encouraging Cheryl, keep going, keep the attack going. Pulls her up. Double axe handle again. Cheryl goes up. Second rope. Big double axe handle, but nobody home. Kimona, kick to the gut. And this is not something that I think Krellin wants Kimona getting into. A power fight here between Cheryl and Kimona. Cheryl being much more of the brawler of the two, as they got chops going back and forth. All over the place. Another big swipe there. One by Kimona, follow up by Cheryl. Kimona again, and now the hockey fight begins. As we see what happens, and Cheryl definitely gets the better of that one. Not unexpected. Has her by the back of the neck. Hard into the corner. Big forearm shot. Throws her down. Gonna go up. Hits her with the screwball. We haven't seen that one in a long time. Waits for Kimona to get to her feet. Wraps her up. I think she's going for the bigger, badder butter knife, but no. Kimona fights her way through. Or maybe she's going for the Minos and hits her with Green Thunder out of nowhere. Hooks the leg. Only a 2 count. Lots of shock by both, but not quite enough awe. Standing body press, goes for the leg hook again. And again, Cheryl kicks out. Kimona gets upset now, keeping focus, waiting for Cheryl to get to her feet. Has her set up and hits her with the Thunderhead. Throws her down onto the mat, goes for the pin. And it's over. A big win for Kimona.
Here is your winner, Green Hero.
Big win for Kimona there. Grandmaster Krellin liking what he sees. A big victory for the Lightning League here tonight. All right, let's see. Now we have men's action here. This is going to be something a little bit different. This will probably be right up Curtis Powell's alley here. This is going to be an underground match against, of all people, Kelleran Sparkshard. All that stamina work is finally paying off, Krellin. Yes, all that training is slowly but surely kicking in for Kimona, and we probably will see greater things for her to come here in the future. So we have Kelleran going against Curtis Powell, who's been out for a while, rehabbing some injuries after his betrayal by the attack by the Triangle. when Lore and Jarduk Munka kicked him out and replaced him with Rulem. We'll be seeing all the triangle later on this evening. Curtis is back into rehab, has rehabbed his injuries and is cleared and ready to go. So he's going to be in what a brawler like him will fit in real well in underground match. We'll see how good of a brawler our high elf fire elemental is with Killer and Sparkshard. Let's head right back to the arena. Giving them enough time to reconfigure the ring. And coming out first, only the most glorious wizard in any realm. If you're not sure, just ask him. It is Killoran Sparkshard. Make it ready. Make his way to the ring. This is going to be a different kind of match for him. It's not going to be pins that get him the victory here. We'll go through the rules here in a little bit. But he says he's such a great wizard, it doesn't matter what kind of match he's in. The outcome will always be nothing short of glorious in his favor. To be totally honest, I gave him credit for having the guts to enter a match like this. As you can see, there's no ropes. You see the lucky people who paid extra bucks to get that ultimate ringside seat for this underground match. All right, here comes his opponent, back after a prolonged layoff. Out of the Wild West, gunslinger extraordinaire. He is Curtis the Pistol Powell. Now, for the first time on his own, he has no gang of desperados. He has no faction to back him up. He is on his own. Let's see how well Curtis does here. This is the type of match that will fit his brawling style. Style perfected in saloons all over the weird Wild West. Trying to get his mojo back, so to speak. We'll see what happens. Take to the ringside here so we can learn how this match works. No countouts. No pinfalls. Only way to win is by knockout, KO, or submission.
The following is an underground match. The only ways to win are by knockout or submission. Introducing first, from Avalon, weighing in at 228 pounds, Kelvin Sparks Shaw. And from Laredo, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Curtis Powell.
All right, here we go. The fans are up, hyped up, and ready to go. We haven't had one of these kind of matches for quite a while. There's the bell. Ref just has got to watch. There's no DQs or anything, just has to watch for a knockout or submission. Killoran going right after Curtis here, who might have some ring rust. nasty stump puller there. Curtis kicks his way out of that. Now hits with a big stomp onto the arm. Slams it down hard. Grabs him by the arm and twists it over. Going for the full arm stretch here. Has him by the fingers, pulling back. Kelleran rolls out. Hits him with a big boot shot. Curtis holding his knee, might be injured here. Kelleran flips him over. Pulls him up. Has him by the arm. Undefended stomps right to the side of the head. Has him by the arms again, and an undefended knee shot to the head. Kelleran taking advantage of the fact that Curtis has not been in the ring for a while. Big strikes followed by a couple of stomps. Has the arm out. Big stomp right on the shoulder. Flips him over onto his back. Now pulls the arm back and just pounding between the shoulder blades. I think that one might have drawn some blood. Pulls him up. No, leg sweep reversal. Nicely done by Curtis. Goes for a punch, but no. Kelleran blocks it. Shot to the gut on his own. And throws and tries to throw him out of the ring. And flying neck breaker onto the ground outside. Some aggression we don't normally see out of Kelleran. Is he going to wait? Nope, he's going to go out after him. There's no countouts. He's not quite sure what to do here. All the fans kind of getting in the way. Looks for a drop kick and misses. Curtis comes back in, comes right after Kelleran. Big series of punches there. Wraps him up. Nice little spinning slam there. And now, rabbit punching face down. I think Kelleran might have drawn some blood there. He has. And now hard into the steel steps. The fans getting out of the spectators, getting out of the way pretty swiftly and easily there. And now it's ground and pound time for Curtis. Big stomp to the gut. Pulls him up to his feet. And now throws him back up onto the ring. But Kelleran ready for him with a big series of blows. Drop kicks him. Curtis does everything he can to stay in the ring. May have strained that knee again. Another big knee lift. And now setting up for punches, and Kelleran's giving better than he's getting right now, which you would not expect. You would expect Curtis would be the big puncher out of the two. But Kelleran is giving his good, and now it's big flurry of kicks all over the place. Hits him right in the jaw. Has him up, fireman's carry. And just throws him out onto the floor. Didn't have a rope to drop him onto, just threw him out of the ring instead. Goes for a big spinning kick. Nice little leg block and leg sweep by Curtis. Big stomp to the ankle. Pulls him up to his feet. Big kick there, wrapping him up. Hits him with the pedigree. That's the superior slam that Morduk uses. No count out here, so we're just waiting to see who gets up first. Goes for an elbow drop, but Kelleran rolls out of the way. Strikes all over the place, wraps him up. Snap suplex by Kelleran. Now waiting for him to get to his feet. Has him up onto the back. Hits him with a go to sleep. Pulls him up to his feet. Whipped him hard. Nope. A reversal by Curtis. Now goes for a elbow and misses. Now has him wrapped up. Hits him with the shootout. Big stomp there. Wrapping the arm around again. And now going for this crossface submission hold here. Trying to make Kelleran kick tap out. But instead, he snapmares his way out. Walks right into a quick kick. Curtis right back up to his feet. Has him again. Another shootout. And Kelleran is out cold.
Here is your winner.
And the victory goes to Curtis, the Pistol Powell. Big win for Curtis. Showing off a little there with some push-ups. Showing he's not got any rust, he's ready to go. The pistol is back in the holster. Watch out, world. And now we have our next title match here. This is for the Master Melee Men's Championship. Big rivalry been going between Rule M and Rufus the Marshal Combs. Rule M brought into the triangle by Jardik Munka to replace Curtis Powell specifically for one reason only. To use his power to get belts into the faction, and they're going for the biggest one right here, the Master Melee Championship. Rufus has held this belt for a little while. This is probably going to be his biggest challenge to date, because he's not only got Rule M there in the ring, he's got to keep an eye out for Loro Dauta and for the ringleader, Jardik Munka. Let's head back to the ring. They should have it put back together by now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Men's Undisputed Universal Championship.
All right. Coming out first, it is the Triangle. Led by the leader, Jardik Munka. Loro Dauta at his side. Along with tonight's competitor, our non-repentant supervillain, Rule M. Now owing a bigger debt to society than he did before. Making their way down to the ring. Nothing that Jardik would like to have more if he can't have the belt around his waist. He wants it around someone in his triangle. There you see Loro Dauta at his side, and there's Rule M. Here to take on and try to win the Master Melee Championship. That is what Rufus has to face him here tonight. All right, Rule M's in the ring by himself. There's the broken glass. That means only one thing. It is the Marshal out of the Weird Wild West, Rufus Combs. We'll see if he can successfully hold on to this belt. His biggest challenge to date as Master Melee Champion. And that's the message he has for the Triangle right there. Crowd definitely behind him. We'll see if he has enough in him tonight to retain. Does he have enough quick draws in his holster to fend off Rule M? This is the belt they're competing for here tonight. That is the Master Melee Men's Championship. Let's take it back to ringside and our announcer.
Introducing the challenger from out of this world, weighing in at 270 pounds, Rule M. And his opponent from Albuquerque, New Mexico, weighing in at 228 pounds, the Men's Undisputed Universal Champion, Marshal Rufus
Holding up that belt for all to see. He's defended it before, but can he do it again? All right, he hands off the belt to our ref. He shows it to Rulem. Confident that he'll be wearing that belt before the night is through. All right, the time has come. Rulem looks strong and confident. Rufus is ready. This is for the Master Melee Championship. There's the bell. Here we go. And Rufus comes right after Rulem. No hesitation. Pulls him up. Side slam straight down. He's showing no fear, going right after him. Big stomp and kick there. Elbow drop to the back. And now Jarduk and Lore have him distracted, giving Rulem time to get up and recover. And here comes the sneak attack from behind and gets him with a big kick in the back. Rufus has got to not let himself get distracted. Rulem doing some ground and pound of his own. Big stomp there. Goes up. Moonsault from the top. Didn't expect that. He's already going for a pin. Either confident or cocky, one or the other, not sure which. Has Rufus by both arms and hits the undefended knee shot. Rufus trying to get back to his feet. Collar elbow hookup. Rufus is not a small man, but he's actually able to push Rulem off. Comes right in for a clothesline, but misses. Rulem takes over again, hard whip, picks him up, pop up, right into a punch to the head. Waits for Rufus to get to his feet. And now it's all Rulem right now, hard into the turnbuckle. Again, hard in the corner, double axe handle to the back, forearm to the back. Hooks the arm around the rope, pulling on it. Ref makes him break it by the 5 count. Big stomp. And now the boot rakes across the face, into the corner, and a big running boot shot. Rufus is going to need to try to turn things around here somehow. Pulls himself up on the apron and gets shoulder blocked and runs into and lands on Jarduk. Ref warns him to get out of the way. Here comes Rulem. As soon as Rufus gets in there, shot to the back. Rufus reverses the whip, rope whip, hits him with the knee shot, and now comes with offense of his own. Another stomp to the arm, elbow again to the side. Rulem rolls outside the ring. Rufus is right there with a punch and a chin drop onto the rope, and down goes Rulem again. And now Jarduk has him distracted once again as the count goes. Rufus does have the champion's advantage. He cannot win by disqualification or count out. Rufus was ready for him. No distraction there. Face plant straight down. Pulls him up. Cranks on the helmet and head. Twisting on that neck of Rulem. Slowing him down. Slowing down the airflow. Throws him down. Goes into the rope, measures him out. Big elbow shot. Waiting for him to get to his feet. There's the kick and the quick draw. Sees he's in the ropes, has to pull him away. Now hooks the leg for the pin. Was that enough? It was! And much to the chagrin of the Triangle, Rufus Combs retains the championship. Yeah, I guess he's multi-classed into Rogue as well, but it wasn't enough. Rufus hits the quick draw. And Rulem does not get back up. A big victory for Rufus and quite a shock for the Triangle here tonight. Now we have some women's singles action here again. Extreme Rules. Belle Sanders, former women's champion, going up against Brennelore out of the Disciples, the faction made up of our half-elf clerics of Divine Smite, as well as the Paladins. They are a faction together known as the Disciples, and they are slowly showing some power here within the ranks here. We'll see how Belle Sanders does, not only taking on Brennelore, but having to keep an eye out for help on the outside. Let's head right back to our arena.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match. Making her way to the ring from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Belle Sanders.
All right, here's Belle Sanders, also out of the Weird Wild West. Part of the posse, part of the band of Desperados, led by Curtis Powell, being chased by the posse, led by Rufus Combs, also containing Goldie Boone. They are all here now due to some vortex that they all rode into. Has done quite well for herself. Had a long title run last year as the Lady of Valor Women's Champion. Trying to work herself back up to a title shot once again. She'll have her hands full tonight with one of the half-elf clerics. And here they come.
And her opponent, representing the Disciples from Avalon,
Brennelore is right up front there, leading the group out. She's the one competing here tonight. Gandalon and Othniel will be competing for the Men's Tag Team Championship later on. Jalen is here for support. As they make their ways down to the ring. Looks like they are set and ready to go. We'll see how Brennelore does in the singles match here tonight. She and Jalen are both, like the Paladins, are skilled singles wrestlers as well as tag team. Belle looks relaxed. Brennelore appears set as well. There's the bell, and here we go. Brennelore wastes no time. Big forearm shot. Hits square on Belle's face, brings her down, and now she's going right for the modified camel stretch here, stretching on the neck and back. Belle gets up. Big flurry of kicks. Brennelore blocks, gets a kick in of her own. Big series of blows here. And Belle is down. Brennelore is going to go up top rope already. Big flying body press, already hooking the leg for the pin. And I hope that 2K26 fixes that punching in the face that the refs are doing here. As a stomp, headstand to a double knee strike. Big stomp to the shoulder. Pulls her up. Now has her up to one knee, into the ropes. Big running boot. And it's mostly been Brennelore here so far. Extreme Rules. So here comes the sledgehammer. And Jalen took whoever was being distracted by Othniel, Jalen removes the turnbuckle from one of the corners. Meanwhile, Brennelore's using the sledgehammer all over Belle. Rolls her over for a pin. Nope. Picks her up. Slams her down instead. Showing some core body strength there. Hard whip into the ropes. Drops down. Leapfrogs over. And hits her with the spear. Hooks the leg for the pin. And it's already over. I think
Here is your winner, Miranda.
we are seeing another group rising to the top here. Both Bren Laura as a singles and Divine Smite as a women's tag team may be moving up quickly here in the world as the Disciples celebrate a very quick win there. And now for more women's singles action here. Desiree Bouveau will be taking on Goldie Boone, managed by our own Wandering Silence. You've seen our managers here tonight so far. You're probably wondering, where do the managers come from? Well, the managers here in Grappler's Keep are you, the fans, the viewers. The way you can become a part of Grappler's Keep is simple. A tier 1 subscription gets you to be a manager of a singles wrestler, as Krellin is with Kimona, Wandering Silence is with Goldie Boone, or as you'll see later on, Praxagor Thesmophoria is with the Barbarians. If you go up to a tier 2 subscription, you not only get to be a manager, you get to set up your own faction, whether it's a all-female group like Fatal Attraction, an all-men's group like the Triangle, a mix between the two like you saw the Disciples earlier. However you want. You're the manager, you get to set up your faction. Tier 3, you're not a manager. You get to be a wrestler here in the ring with all of these other wrestlers here inside for Grappler's Keep. So that is one of the ways you can support and participate in this show. So Wandering Silence has chosen Goldie Boone for him to manage, and with him taking her over, we are seeing a tough side of Goldie that we didn't see before, even when she had the Lady of Valor Women's Champion. She was our initial champion. So now she's trying to work her way back up the ranks, and the person in her way right now is one Desiree Bouveau. So let's head right to the ring, as this is also going to be Extreme Rules. We'll see if that tough, mean streak that Goldie is learning continues. Belle of every ball, singer, dancer, performer of stage and ring. She is Desiree Bouveau.
Is an Extreme Rules match. Making her way to the ring from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Beautiful Tibias Bravo.
Every noir's tale has to have a femme fatale. She is our femme fatale out of the noir realm of tabletop RPGs. Making her way to the ring, she's held the Lady of Valor Championship for a brief time period, only for about 4 weeks. But she can claim that she's a former champion. She's held the Ladies' Hunter's Mark several times. Never been able to cash it in. She's been close. And now she'll have her hands full with an opponent she has seen more than once here inside the keep. And here they come. Along with their manager, Wandering Silence, she is Goldie Boone.
Accompanied by the Wanderer, Cole Cassidy. Representing the good guys from Carson City, Nevada. Gould E. Boone.
Make her way down to the ring. It was her ranch that was ransacked and burned that caused Rufus Combs to form the posse that chased after Belle Sanders and Curtis the Pistol Powell and company. She too was caught up in that vortex that brought them here. And now trying to work herself back up to championship status under the guidance of Wandering Silence. Hey, Wandering, good to have you here. I'm glad you caught the match here. Desiree is set. Goldie's definitely game face. You don't see that too often. Usually it's a big smile. There's the bell, and here we go. And Desiree comes right out swinging. Face plants her straight down. Goldie comes right back with a jawbreaker. Big series of shots there, and another jawbreaker, and down goes Desiree. Just going for a blatant choke here. Remember, this is Extreme Rules, so. And just about anything goes. No DQs, no countouts. Massive eye rake there. Goes for a waist lock and now wraps her up. Nice Russian leg sweep by Goldie. Waits for Desiree to get to her feet. Comes right after, kick to the gut. Wraps her up. And a nasty powerbomb. And Goldie's going to the toy box right away. Looks like she wants to take out some trash. But before she can get there, Desiree has her wrapped up, goes for the spin into the Hurricane Rana. Big stomp. You hear the crowd, they want tables. Desiree's talking to the ref about something, or talking to Wandering Silence. She was distracted by the manager. Hard whip and a discus spin elbow catches Desiree. Looks like someone threw in a stick there for Goldie. A nice little kendo stick. And Goldie's got back control of this match. Double knees to the back. Wandering Silence helping her out. Big flurries of blows, kicks, but now walks into a big knee by Desiree. And now puts Goldie up on the ropes. Wraps the arm around, pulling on it, using the ropes for extra leverage. Has to break it. Big series of strikes here by Desiree. Is going up for the Spinorana again. But Goldie gets right back up. And now hammerlock into an inverted DDT. Desiree going for the pin. Wandering Silence trying to interfere somehow. Only a 1 count. He's told to get off the ring apron. He does. Desiree into the ropes. Big running kick by Desiree. Again going for the pin. But only a 1 count. Goldie holding strong. Big punk kick to the side. But walks right into a quick kick by Goldie. Big stomp there. Pulls her up. And a massive double axe handle. Goldie goes outside. Not sure what her plans are here. It's going to the toy box. And she's got a ladder. Slides it in. Desiree has the kendo stick. Swings and misses. Second one connects. So does the third. And the fourth. We got sticks, we got cans, we got ladders. Big stomp to the face. Another. Picks up the trash can and just throws it on top of Goldie. Pulls her up to her feet. Swing and a miss. Goldie back up. 3 kicks to the hamstring or the bottom, one or the other. Swing and a miss. Desiree gets the elbow in. Swings over. Hits her with the pull down slam, has the kendo stick again. Again hits and breaks it on Desiree. Goes right for the pin. But Goldie kicks out. Desiree thought she had something there. Slams the arm down hard. Stomp to the face. Another. Going up top. Waiting on the top rope. Big elbow drop. Looks like that might be it for Goldie. But no, kicks out again. The cowgirl is resilient. Waiting for her to get to her feet. Hits her with the high heel. That might finish it off. The ref having trouble with all the toys in there to get to a spot. And gave Goldie time to kick out at 2. Big stomp there. Another stomp. Now Goldie's back up. Hits her with the facial. Hooks the leg again. And that is enough to finish off Goldie. And the victory goes to Desiree Buvo. A big win for Desiree. Despite having to dodge all the toys in the ring. Yeah, good match. Not a good result for Goldie for you there, Wandering Silence, but she held her own. She kicked out of quite a few pins there. All right, now we have an Iron Woman match here. We have Feline Locke, our Snow Queen out of the superhero realm, going up against our halfling druid, Jayla Fast Shadow. Basically, it's who can last the longest in the match. You'll see the rules here as we go. Let's head right back to the ring. Hopefully they've got all the toys and wood chips swept away by now.
The following contest is an Iron Woman match.
Good, they have the text ready.
From Russia, Frost the Queen.
All right, Feline Locke, Queen of the Frost Realm, said the only place not cold is her heart. Don't ask her opponents that, they may say otherwise. See how she does in this match here tonight. Cold against a druid who's not afraid to use fire. Getting things set and ready to go. Trying to get the crowd going on her side. All right.
And her opponent from Avalon, Lance Flash Shane.
All right, Solomon about to the land. Just don't make her mad or insult the natural world around her. It is Jayla Fast Shadow. Making her way down. She's had quite a good run of it as of late and getting rewarded for the match here tonight. Says her prayers to her deity before she comes in. And before any of you truists watching say, how is she a halfling when she's that tall? That is literally the shortest you can make people in the game, unfortunately. You can't make midgets. All right, Feline Locke is ready. Jayla is set as well. Here we go, 15-minute limit. Whoever can get the most pinfalls or submissions in 15 minutes wins the match. That's what we're looking for here. Collar elbow hookup. Feline now has the waist lock going. Jayla trying to get loose. Not able to. Now she's able to reverse the snapmare right into a good chin lock there. As Feline down, using some leverage to crank more on the neck. Try to slow her down. Feline trying to make sure she's not being choked. Feline's able to get to a knee. Switch to an arm bar. Jayla chaining some good moves together here. Feline punching her way out, literally. Collar elbow hook up now, quick whip into the ropes. Feline drops down, goes right to a Luthez press and goes right to some ground and pound. Jayla pushes her off into the ropes, double axe handle shot by Feline. Collar elbow hook up again in the center of the ring. Pushes Jayla into the ropes. Ref wants a clean break. Forces them apart, but no clean break by Feline. Gets a kick in there. They hook up again. Feline has her up, boxes her ears. Waistlock from behind. Has her set up hard into the turnbuckle. Pulls her out hard into the turnbuckle again. Has her by the scruff of the neck and the back and hard all the way through to the post. And down goes Feline. Boot right on the sternum. Pressing all the air out, down goes Jayla. Feline goes up second rope. Waiting for Jayla to get to her feet. Goes for some sort of corkscrew maneuver, but Jayla moves out of the way. Face slam down by Jayla. Standing over, waiting for Feline to get up. See what she's got planned here. Wraps her up. Hard whip into the ropes. Nicely executed drop kick. Didn't waste anything with any leaps or drops. Now doing the shoulder pull on the arm. Trying to slow Feline down. Pulls her up. And now going for the face rake. But Feline punches her way out instead. Feline's going to take her all the way across town, right into the turnbuckle again. Pulls her out again hard in the turnbuckle. Forearm right to the kidneys. Another one to the back. Goes all the way out and comes in with a clothesline from behind. Goes right for the pin. But kicks out. We're at the 12-minute mark. 12 minutes remaining. Big clubbing forearm shot. Jayla still on her knee. Another forearm shot. Double axe handle. Nope. Blocked. Jayla gets up. Hits her with a clothesline. Pulls her up. Quick kick. Wrapping her up. He might be going for the Druid Maker there. And hits it. Goes for the pin. But only a 1 count at the 11.5 remaining. No one has a pin or submission yet. Now Feline in control. Puts Jayla up on the ropes. Big kick to the leg. Whips her across the frame. Swings way too early. Gets her the second time around, the third. Slams her down. Pulls her down again. Now, has her by the arms, doing the hair pull. Has to break it by 5. Pulls her up to her feet. Up to her knees. Into the ropes. Big clubbing forearm shot. I'd say clothesline, but was more hitting the head now. Going for the arm bar. Working hard on that elbow. Jayla able to get to her feet. Punches her way loose, but the damage might be done to the arm. We'll see. Quick kick there. Has her up. She's going for the blight. Has her up. And nails the power bomb. Holds her down for the pin. Not even a 2 count. J-Lo's upset. She thinks the count may have been slow, but the risk's been consistent all the way through. Jayla goes up, top rope. Waiting for Feline to get to her feet. And a torpedo drop kick from the top rope all the way down, but walks right into a quick kick by Feline. Pulls her up to her feet. Wraps her up. Hits her with the snowball. Pulls her up. Throws her right back into the ring. Now she's going to go up top. Goes for a body splash, but nobody home. Jayla able to take advantage. Gets from behind. Not quite got a sleeper hold on that, but just pounding her all over the place. Hard whip into the ropes. Swing and a miss. Nothing happened out of that. Quick shot there and a kick to the back of the head by Jayla. Now Jayla's taking the turnbuckle off the corner there. Waiting for Feline to get to her feet. The ref's not done anything about it. Now she's going to do it. Big series of kicks that may get in the way of pins counting. Rolling senton by Jayla. Now going up top. Big body press from the top rope. Not going for a pin yet. Waiting for Feline to get to her feet. Launches drop kick from the top rope. Now waiting for Feline to get to her feet as we reach near the 8.5 minute mark. Has her up. She's going to go for the blight again. No. And does it right near the ropes. Here's the pin attempt. But no, only a 2 count. Less than 8.5 minutes left. Big strikes by Feline. Has her down, hooks her up. Hits her with the avalanche. Hooks the leg for the pin. And the first pin goes to Feline at 8 minutes left. Big stomp. Waiting for Jayla to get to her feet. Big series of strikes, throws her down. Pulls her back, and now she's going to go for the hair pull again. You can see the intensity on her face there. She holds the advantage, and we're not quite halfway through the match. Big stomp. Jayla trying to get up, and if gets face planted back down again. Jayla's got to get at least one pin or submission here to even it out. Double axe handle from the second rope by Feline. Flips her over. She's going to go for another pin. And now has a 2-0 lead with less than half the match left to go. Jayla's going to have to start putting some things together here. Punches her way out of that. Wraps her up. And hits the go to sleep. Has her up. Holding her up. She's going for the blight and hits it. Goes for the pin. And now it's 2-1. She needs one more pin or submission to even out. Feline holding her knee there. Gets a knee to the face instead. We're at 6:40 left in the match. Feline leads 2-1. Sweeps the leg away. Jayla needs at least one more pin or submission to tie it up, but now it's getting set up for another avalanche. Hooks the leg for the pin. And Feline takes a 3-1 lead now. No rest for the weary here. Stomp to the shoulder. Pulls her up. Drop kick to the both right onto the shoulders here. 6 minutes left. Flying body press. No! Jayla caught her. Rolls her over. Body slam down. Goes outside. Hits with the missile drop kick from the top rope. Standing over Feline, ready to move. Wraps her up. Now is going to lead her towards the corner. Ref a little bit in the way, but still hits the turnbuckle. Throws her into it again. Pulls her out. Has her hooked up. Tornado DDT from the second rope. Hooks the leg for the pin. And it's back 3-2. Jayla only down by 1. With barely 5 minutes left in the match. Still plenty of time to get one more pin or submission. Goes for the legs. Feline kicks her off. Flips her over. Big stomp right on the solar plexus and just walks over the top of Jayla. Jayla trying to catch her breath. Big kick there and another stomp by Feline. About 4.5 minutes left in the match. As Jayla goes outside. Feline loads up. Double axe handle from the top rope. Yeah, there goes the spine for sure, Crit Witch. Into the ring goes Jayla. She's down by 1. She needs one more pin or submission in order to tie this Iron Woman match. Stomp misses. Picks her up. Over the shoulder throw by Feline. Stomp to the leg. Jayla gets right back up, only get hit with a chop. And now the slap war begins. Exchanging throws left and right. Each giving and getting. Jayla saying, come on, give it to me. Gets a strike in. They're exchanging them back and forth. And now the hockey fight begins with 3.5 minutes left in the match. Big kick, setting her up for another avalanche. Will this give her a 2-point lead? It does. Jayla's down by 2 with only 3 minutes left. Now gets hit with the snowball. Goes for another pin. And gets it. I think Jayla may be totally out of it by now. She's down by 3 with less than 3 minutes left. Feline is taking control here. Sets her up. Another avalanche. And I think Jayla, her tank may be empty here. Another. I think right now this match totally belongs to Feline Locke. Showing that the queen of the Frost Realm is truly an Iron Woman. Scoops her up, fireman's carry. Slams her down, hooks the leg. Jayla just not able to put up any defense. Double axe handle to the back. Rolls her over. Sets her up. Drop kick to the back. I don't think Jayla has anything left. We've not seen the offense for quite a while. Less than 2 minutes left. And Jayla has this just about wrapped up. Jayla not even cognizant on her feet right now. Double axe handle again by Feline. Jayla pulling herself up in the corner. And here comes Feline with a spear right in the corner. The foot stomps now, 1.5 minutes left. And right now this match is all Feline Locke. Pulls her up. Has her by the neck again. Hard. Into there now. Feline is just running the clock out right now. I don't know if she'll go for any other pins or submissions. But she's sending a message here, setting her up. Going for a superplex. Why not? Hits it at the 1 minute mark. What's this? Who's interfering? I don't recognize the music there. Not sure who this is. It's Dia Hanu coming in out of nowhere. With 30 seconds left, Jayla can't even crawl in the right direction to maybe get one more point. Now she does. Too little, too late. But even then kicks out. Too little, too late. 15 seconds left. This match is over. Jayla at least trying to put up a fight here at the end. With 10 seconds left. Nice flying enziguri here. 4 seconds left. 2, 1. And the match is over. A very, very convincing win for Feline Locke. Could have gave her the right victory here. This is for the Knights of the Realm Tag Team Championship. The Paladins, Sir Scandalon Obadias IV and Othniel against the current Knights of the Realm Tag Team Champions, the Brothers Bravestone, the Barbarians, managed by our own Praxagora Thesmophoria. This will be the first real title defense by the Barbarians here. We'll see how well they do. Actually, this is their second title defense. So we'll see how well they do here against a team that they challenged once when the Paladins had the titles and were not able to win. They have Prax in their corner now, working whatever dark magic she has been working to lead them to their victory. And the Paladins have Divine Smite at their side as well. So, title match time. Let's head to the arena. Yeah, I kind of agree, Krellin. It got a little ridiculous there at the end with Feline and Jayla. Jayla just ran out of gas, it looked like. All right, coming out first, this will be the Disciples. You see the Paladins there to the left, Othniel and Scandalon. We saw them earlier when Brenalor was in singles action. Now it'll be tag team for the men of the Disciples. They've held the belts once before. If they win tonight, they will be our first two-time men's tag team champions. An impressive feat in its own right. Meanwhile, the brothers Bravestone want to show that they are tough enough now that they can defeat the Paladins head on in tag team action when the belts are on the line. All right, looks like they are ready to go here. We'll see how well they do tonight. The Paladins against the Barbarians. There's the music. The war horn blows. And the drums. Cracks behind them and on each shoulder. Whatever incantation she's invoking. And here they come. Ballrig and Dolgrim Bravestone. Your current Knights of the Realm Tag Team Champions, they are the Barbarians. The Dwarven brothers making their way to the ring. Led now by this woman, Praxagora Thesmophoria. The Holy versus the Arcane. As she lays on hands. One last incantation. Or whatever it is that she's done that has taken over these two Dwarven brothers. Because with whatever she's doing, that is one of the reasons why they hold the belts now. Here's the belt they're competing for here tonight. The Knights of the Realm Men's Tag Team Championship. Let's take it back to the ring.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Men's All-Star Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 456 pounds. The Great Golden Knights and Gentlemen Knights, the Disciples.
Total game faces from the Paladins here.
At a combined weight of 516 pounds, the Men's All-Star Tag Team Champions, Dalton Bravo Stone and Baldwin Bravo Stone, the Bludgeon Brothers.
All right, you can see Dolgrim is pumped up and ready to go. Ballrig has the game face going. They hand over the belts to our ref, who's had a busy night, presenting them for all to see. Let's see who's going to be out first. It's going to be Othniel for the Paladins and Dolgrim for the Barbarians. This is for the Men's Tag Team Championship. Here we go. Collar elbow hookup, and Othniel goes right for a spine buster and nails it. Pulls him up to his feet. Hard whip into the corner. Quick tag. Scandalon coming in. Setting up for a tag team here. The Holy Missile. Shoulder block off the top rope, and Scandalon going right for the ground and pound, not waiting. Now going for a quick pin, why not? But only a 1 count. There's him out. Big knee drop right onto Dolgrim. Rolls him over. And going for the face and neck pull here. Trying to slow him down. I think Dolgrim might already be bleeding. Pull, kicks him off. Has Scandalon wrapped up. Hard whip into the corner. Here's the tag. Both teams going to be tagging quick. You see Prax giving boxing instructions here and slams Ballrig in, lifts him up, and another crash onto Scandalon. All that weight coming down, slams the arm down. Ballrig pulls Scandalon up to his feet. Hard whip into the corner. Another quick tag. Holding him there. Running him right into the knee, right into another knee. Good tag team effort here by the Gravestone brothers. Dahlgren going up top rope early. Waiting for Scandalon to get to his feet. As Prax is encouraging them along. Launches, misses with the elbow shot. Scandalon dodges it. Scandalon goes for a shot, misses one, gets the second one, and has him held with the 2 gauntlet shots. Goes up, second rope. Big elbow drop from the second rope. Flips him over. Pulls him up, another knee shot. Dahlgren back to his feet, just bowls him over. Schoolboy roll up. Doesn't even get a 1 count, but sends the message clear. He's not that easy to take out. Pulls him up. Scoops him up. Power slam. And with that, the quick tags go on. As Ballrig comes in, goes after Scandalon. Big clubbing forearm shot. Pulls him up. Hard whip into the ropes. Spinning elbow shot there. Has him measured out. Leg drop right onto the arm. Ballrig's a lot more agile than you would think for a man his size. Shots all over the place. Shot to the gut. Wraps him up. Hard whip into the corner. Nope, no tag. He's going to go ahead and do a big body. Nope. Runs right into the feet of Scandalon. Misses with that kick. Hits him with another standing drop kick. Ballrig goes right after him. Looks like Scandalon's looking to tag. Ballrig cut him off, but Scandalon fights him off. Collar elbow hookup. Hard whip into the corner. Runs all the way out. Gets into discussion with Prax. Gives Ballrig a chance to recover. Goes for him from behind. And misses. Nasty lariat there by Scandalon. Not even a 1 count. You can see some frustration on Scandalon's face there, going for the face rake. And pulls it off. Goes for a waist lock and now leads Ballrig into the corner. Hard into the turnbuckle. Runs out and in. Big forearm shot again. Ballrig rolls outside the ring. Right underneath Othniel. But there's Scandalon ready for him. Another. Almost like a lariat shot. Goes out now. Othniel going to come after him. Scandalon goes after Ballrig. Othniel throws Ballrig back into the ring. Meanwhile, Scandalon is busy with Ballrig. Drops him hard onto the ring apron. Ballrig goes after Othniel. Lets out a war cry. And here comes Scandalon. Walks right into a big drop kick. I think he hit but didn't hit Scandalon out per se, but he's still woozy. Goes up second rope. Nasty double axe handle shot. Grabs him by the legs. Stomp right to the solar plexus. Flips him over. Wipes his face with the mat. Elbow shot to the back. Pulls him up. Wraps him up. Hard whip into the corner. No tag. Ballrig didn't tag. I wonder what's going on here. He runs out. Looks like he's ready to smash, and this time he hits the clubbing forearm. Has him up. Massive chest slam straight down. Ballrig going up top rope. I hope the engineering's enough to handle this. Scandalon gets to his feet. Ballrig changes his mind. Goes right after Scandalon again. Hard whip into the ropes. Pulls him up. Spine buster. Goes to tag. Now Othniel tags. Brenlor getting distracting Ballrig. But now he goes right after Othniel. Not even the legal person in the ring There actually is the legal person in the ring now. Hard whip into the corner. Now goes after Scandalon, who's still there now. Here comes Othniel, picks him up. Slams him down, goes for the pin, but doesn't even get a 1 count. Goes up, second rope. Waits for Ballrig to get to his feet. Leaping DDT shot. Goes for a stomp and misses. Ballrig gets right back up. Walks right into a Hurricane Rana. Ballrig needs a tag quickly as Othniel goes to the ground and pound. Now I think both Barbarians are bleeding. Massive deadlift into a power slam. Into a power bomb. Stomp, Ballrig gets up. Hits him with a shotgun drop kick that I think we could fill from here. Goes for the pin. Othniel saved by his partner Scandalon. Ballrig still going strong. Massive neck breaker. Grabs him by the legs. Has him. And going for a Boston Crab right there. But has to give the rope break. Othniel's able to grab the ropes. Big stomp to the leg. Pulls him up to his feet. Hard whip into the corner. Still no tag. Dolgrim is not tagging in for some reason. Quick kick by Othniel. I think we got a glitch in the system here. If the Barbarians lose, we may make this into a rematch. As Othniel hits him with a smite. Ballrig still on his feet. Hard whip into the corner. There's the tag. Okay, the tags are working from them. They're setting something up here. Big kick there, holding Ballrig outside the ropes. Double team action here. Sliding kicks from both sides. Big stomp by Scandalon. Lets out a war cry. I think we got a glitch going on in this match. We may have this as a rematch next time around if the Paladins win. And there's the tag. Dolgrim comes in. Big series of kicks. Ballrig not able to get out yet. Scandalon striking back as well. Big gauntlet chop there. Sets him up. Massive power bomb into the schoolboy roll up. That smite didn't do the trick. He kicks out. Pulls him up to his feet. Hard whip into the corner. Here's the tag. Othniel coming back in. Holding the arm out undefended for a double axe handle shot. Quick kick there. Has him up. Spins him around. Hits him with the smite. Goes for the pin. And Ballrig is there for the save. Elbow drop by Othniel. Goes outside. Runs into Ballrig. Comes back in as Prax watches on. Pulls Dolgrim up to his feet. Whip into the corner again. There's the tag. Scandalon coming back in. They're going to set up for the Holy Missile. And hits it. Dolgrim trying to get to his feet. Scandalon walks right into a jawbreaker. Hard whip into the corner. There's the tag. Ballrig comes in. Some double team action here. They have him up. And a double power bomb. The power behind that with the dwarves, but Ballrig walks right into a big kick by Scandalon. Grabs the arm. Pulls it down. Big stomp. Another big stomp. Another. Measures him out. Big knee drop. Pulls him up to his feet. Hard whip into the corner. There's the tag. Othniel coming back in. Undefended shot. Big kick to the gut. Gauntlet chop there. Springboard right into a tornado DDT. Rolls him over. Goes for the pin. And Ballrig kicks out. These Barbarians are resilient if nothing else. Scoops him up. Power slam somehow. Goes up. Top rope. Big elbow drop from the top onto Ballrig. Hooks the leg. Goes for the pin. And Dahlgren is there for the save before the 2 count. Dahlgren lures Othniel away. The ref not doing anything, letting things go. Now she's starting to count, but it's kind of hard to count. Here comes Ballrig, flying body press out of nowhere. Big stomp. Scandalon going after Dahlgren. Big leg drop by Ballrig onto Othniel. Into the ropes. Leaping body press. Grabs the arm, slams it down. Scandalon throws Dahlgren back into the ring as Ballrig is going massive ground and pound on Othniel. Big stomp. Dahlgren trying to get out of the ring, and he does. Big stomp to the back by Ballgren. Pulls Othniel up, goes into the ropes. Sideways neck breaker. Slams the arm down again. Some more ground and pound by the big barbarian. Othniel pulls himself up onto the ring apron on the outside. Big punch by Ballgren. And just hip tosses him right back in. Big forearm strike. Has him again by the back of the neck. Hard into the turnbuckle. Forearm shot. Goes out. And shotguns kicks right into the corner. Finn Balor would be proud. Pulls him out, alley-oop out of the corner. Holds him down for the pin. Scandalon instantly there for the save. Othniel back up to his feet. Hard whip into the corner. There's the tag. Dahlgren coming back in. They're holding him out. One dwarven knee, another dwarven knee. War cry from Dahlgren. Grabs the legs. Othniel kicks him off. He's waiting for Dahlgren to get up as he waits outside on the ring apron. Leaps up. Springboard dropkick misses. Dahlgren still trying to get his senses back. Now he does. Goes after Othniel. Pulls him up to his feet. Hard whip into the corner. Here's the tag. Ballrig coming back in. Arm sling over the shoulder. Has him up. Gut wrench. Slam onto Othniel. Hooks the leg. This could be it. It is. And despite the technical glitches, the Barbarians remain your men's Knights of the Realm Tag Team Champions. Prax, you can be proud of your boys. They even overcame technical issues and defeated their major foe, the Paladins. Yeah, that was a brutal match. But I think the Barbarians have shown us something. They're not a flash in the pan. They're here to stay. And now our last of the title matches for the night. This is for the Lady of Valor Championship. Warble is our first 2-time holder of the Women's Championship. However, Varja, ever since she dissolved the tag team she was in with Gelna, the Shield Maidens, she has been on a one-woman mission to become the Women's Champion. The only person standing in her way is a Kenku named Warble. Our warrior princess, our Kenku rogue, who comes out champion. Yes, the Barbarians would like to rage, and they did. So, who comes out champion, the warrior princess or the Kenku rogue? Let's head to the ring and find out.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCCW All-Star Tag Team Championship.
Coming out first is the challenger, Glacial Guarantee Quirt. You're gonna make me do this, aren't you? We'll take care of things here as soon as the ring entrances are done. Here comes Varja. You see, Glacial Guarantee, what you're trying to do here, we don't support that kind of crap. We don't do robots, we don't do AI. And worst of all, you've just interrupted and made angry Virgil. The caramel cyborg now has to get out the band spatula. And we're not just going to ban you. We're going to send you backstage and meet the Bravestone brothers. And they're going to show you why you don't do this kind of stuff. Goodbye. And now back to our regularly scheduled match as Varja has been on a singular mission since leaving the Shield Maidens. And tonight, she hopes will be the culmination of that mission. But to do that, she has to take out one feisty little Kenku. Warble, our two-time Lady of Valor champion, would prefer to keep this belt around her waist. She's gotten quite used to it. But she has her wings full here tonight for sure. She has defeated Gelna Varja before. She has lost. She has been in fights before and after matches with her. She knows what she's running into. And this is the belt that they're competing for tonight. This is the Lady of Valor Women's Championship belt. Let's take it to ringside for our final championship match of the night. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one to pick.
From Mount Olympus, the Warrior Princess.
I know who the sentimental favorite is, but I know who the one who I can do the most stories off of is.
The WCCW
And they're still doing that.
Tag Team Champion,
I don't know why they're throwing the WCCW in. This is not the Von Erichs. We're not at the Sportatorium in Dallas, Texas. All right. Warble handing the belt over. She's done it many times, gotten it back. Will she get it back this time? Varja's going to do what she can to not let that happen. Both our competitors are ready to go. Game face both sides. This is for the Lady of Valor Women's Championship. There's the bell. And here we go. And Varja comes right charging in. Nice drop kick. To start things off, grabs one leg. Stump puller the right way and the wrong way. Big stomp to the shoulder. Varja going right after Warble. Warble's used the strategy of seeing what she's gotten and coming back and beating Varja before. Will it work again? As Varja picks her up and Veal throws her towards the corner. They both know each other pretty well now. Varja goes right after her. Hard whip into the corner. Big forearm strike. Knee to the gut. Another stomp. And just crashing those armored boots into the gut. Going right for a quick pin. Why not? Not even a 1 count. Varja turns her back as Warble pulls herself up, and a big running boot knocks Warble all the way over the rope and onto the ground outside. Varja going after, no short rest for Warble. Series of kicks and strikes, and down goes Warble again. stump puller, pulling her into the steel steps. Pulls her back up. Warble has the champion's advantage. She cannot lose by a count out or a disqualification. Throws her down the other way. Varge has got to make sure she gets her back inside the ring. Going for some ground and pound outside. Finishes it with a slap across the face. Count goes to 7. Varge has got to be careful here. Big flying body press as the count restarts as she being on top of the rope. It counts as going back inside the ring. But now the count is at 3. She can't wait for a count out. But now Warble's up to her feet, standing before the crowd. She'll be back in time. Varge is going to let her get in and comes right after her with a big running clothesline. Pulling her away from the ropes towards the center of the ring. Warble trying to get to her feet. Varge catches her, squeezes the side head. Now Warble strikes with a punch in the gut, now a kick, and now I don't think a punch fight, fist fight is what Warble wants to get into here with Varja. I can't say this is going to turn out positive for her, but she's giving as well as she's getting. She's saying, come on, give me your best shot. Varja does. Warble comes back. There's Varja with one. Warble, nope. Varja blocks it, gets in two. Shot by Warble, and now, big strike there, caught her by surprise, and now the hockey fight begins. And Varja definitely wins that one. Quick kick there, wrapping her up, has her down, hits her with the gladius, going for the pin, and only a 2 count. Ref was a little slow getting there. Not sure how much of a difference it would have made. Nasty headbutt there by Varja. Warble pulling herself up, has not really had any offense in this so far. Big running elbow shot into the corner. Has her by the legs. Alley-oops her out. Been all Varja so far. Pulls her up to her feet. Big clubbing forearm shot. Bring her up. Electric chair. Face plant. Hits her with the final flight. Now is waiting for Warble to get to her feet. Quick kick. Wrapping her up. She's going for the gladius again. Hits it. Has the legs hooked down. Is this it for Warble? It is. Decisive and powerful victory for your new Lady of Valor Women's Champion, Varja. Takes the belt. The prize she's been seeking is now hers. Does anyone dare try to take it from her? Varja is now your new Lady of Valor Women's Champion. And now we're going to end the night the way we began it, with a joust match here. We have on one side Team Chemo, Ben de Mustaine, Novar Xanatron, Doxel Rusabin, being joined by the heavy metal bard himself, Vin Blastine, going up against Pierce Lincoln, Ethan Drake of the Back Alley Boys, teamed with the Brotherhood of Cthulhu, Lionel Hawk, Zebulon Banks. This is going to be a vicious battle here, everyone. Let's head into our final match of the night. We've been going for 3 hours here now. This is how we're going to end it.
The following is a men's War Games match.
A men's joust match.
2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, Alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match.
We have,
The team with the
on these
advantage will
matches,
be the first
I
to
have
have a
set
member
the advantage
released
at
into
being
the
at
match.
random, so I don't
Once
know
all competitors
if it's
have entered,
which
war
team it's
games
going to be,
officially
because they're
begin.
not all
The match
faces,
can be won
and
by
they're not.
pinfall or submission.
In both of these, they weren't all faces, they weren't all heels. So we're just gonna have some fun with it.
Let the war games begin!
All right, so looks like coming out, it's going to be Vin for one team, and it's going to be Pierce Lincoln for the other. And coming out first, our heavy metal bard,
Introducing first, from Avalon, weighing in at 365 pounds, the Goliath!
Vin Blastine, our Goliath bard, making his way in. He'll be starting out for his team. Big, strong, powerful. We'll see how he does. He'll be starting off against Pierce Lincoln, who is no slacker size-wise as well. We'll see how this intro starts. The important thing is going to be who gets the advantage. Been looking pretty confident, enjoying what he's seeing here.
Representing the Hooligans from the east side, weighing in at 250 pounds, the Enforcer, Pierce Lincoln.
All right, Pierce making his way down. Lifelong friend of Ethan Drake, who fancies himself as the Prince of the Boulevards. Pierce is his enforcer. Big, strong guy in his own like. We'll see how he does one-on-one against a Goliath. As Pierce looks at the structure here for the first time. Looks around, says, yes, this is it. Yeah, works his way into the ring. And unfortunately, I cannot decorate this ring on my own. I have to use the WWE supplied one here. All right, both competitors are in the ring. There's the bell. Here we go. Vin going right after Pierce. No fear here. Picks him up. Interesting fisherman suplex there. Just kind of like an overpowering lift with the arm rather than a true suplex. Into the ropes. Big punch shot, and Pierce goes down. Pulls him up. Big kick here. He's been training with Team Chemo as of late. And now going for a heel hook here, really wrenching on the leg of Pierce Lincoln. Grabs him by the legs. Pulls him up. Massive power bomb. Big stomp to the back. Has him again. Another power bomb. Great start here for Vin. Not that great for Pierce. Hard whip into the ropes. Drops down. Picks him up. Bear hug. Right into a belly-to-belly suplex. He's chaining some good moves together here. And now the ground and pound begins. And just clubbing Pierce all over the place. And Pierce is one tough cookie. Rolls him over. Now we have someone coming in. Who's going to get the advantage? As Vin goes for the arm bar. Cranking on the arm hard. Pierce trying to get up. And punches his way loose. And here comes Novar Xanatrone. They will have the advantage throughout. Whips Vin across into the other ring. And Novar's not wasting any time. He's grabbing a table. Vin goes right after Pierce again. No stop. Has him up on the shoulder. Drops him right onto the rope. Goes up. Top rope. The Goliath is waiting for Pierce to get up. Massive clothesline from the top rope by the Goliath now. Quick kick by Pierce. As now Novar's thrown in a stop sign. Pierce gets a kick in on Vin. Now the stomp going in, but here comes Novar. As Pierce is trying to do the goalpost stretch and does. And nails Pierce with the stop sign. Again. Oh, Novar accidentally hit Vin in trying to double team. Whips Pierce all the way over into the next ring. Novar still has the stop sign. Pierce finding his way through now goes after Novar and gets kicked in the process. Hit with the stop sign. Vin kind of taking a break there as Novar does his damage on Pierce. Stands over him. Clubbing forearm shot. And now, who's going to be coming in next? Will it be Ethan Drake or will it be one of the Cthulhu? As Vin just takes the table, tosses it over into the other ring. And it's going to be Ethan Drake. Pierce's partner. Vin picks up the table. Clubbing forearm shot. Vin sets the table up. Clubbing shot from behind onto Pierce by Novar. Here comes Ethan. Novar goes after him. And now Vin picks up right where he left off on Pierce. Has the arms hooked. Massive forearm shots to the back of the head. Novar down from Ethan. They're separated by the ring. Ethan can't reach. Now Novar comes after him and gets stripped up by Ethan. And Vin is still cleaning Pierce's clock. This is a brutal side we've not seen from Vin for a while. Novar gets the shot in on Ethan. Hard whip into the ropes. Nice over the shoulder throw again. Picks up the stop sign. Throws it right onto Pierce. Pulls him up by the head. Headbutts him down instead of forearm shot. Pierce is up. Fireman's carry and gets dropped onto the rope. Vin and Novar are controlling things in the ring at the moment. Gut wrench. Suplex by Vin. And we got someone else coming in. Who's going to be next? And he's going for the sleeper hold onto Pierce to keep him in control as in comes Doxel. As Novar's pounding on Ethan. Vin releases the sleeper onto Pierce. Steps over the ropes. Here comes the sledgehammer with Doxel. Novar's all over Ethan right now. Doxel's onto Pierce. Looks like they're going to team up. Vin and Doxel are going to team up. Novar's all over Ethan Drake. Vin just standing around watching as Doxel goes after Pierce. Pierce fights his way through but gets hit with a stop sign. Doxel and Vin have him trapped in the corner. Ethan is in all sorts of trouble on the other side of the ring. They need a Brotherhood member quick. Now Pierce has the stop sign. Hits Vin with it, but gets hit with the sledgehammer from behind. Again by Doxel, another sledgehammer shot. Undercut shot there by Doxel. And Vin goes right after Pierce again, as does Doxel. Vin's going to pick up the stop sign. Pierce is thrown between the rings. Vin's going to go after him. Ethan trying to hold his own against Novar now. Tries to put him on the table. Pierce is down, almost out cold. And Novar goes through the table. All right, one of the Brotherhood comes in a few seconds. That's Pierce all over Doxel. Vin all over Ethan. Novar all over Pierce. And here comes Zebulon Banks. Novar and Doxel team up on Pierce. Ethan's all alone. Zebulon's not going to the toy box. He's coming right in. Novar's all over Ethan. And Zebulon just going all over to the other side to help Pierce out. And chop blocks Doxel, who wasn't looking. Novar still all over Pierce. Zebulon Banks all over Doxel. Novar taking out Ethan with the sledgehammer. Right now, Zabulon Banks is the only one getting anything positive for his side. And now, Pierce gets out of whatever. Oh, nasty DDT. Ethan's coming over to help out Ethan. Here comes Doxel. Vin comes after Zabulon Banks. And look out for Vin through Zabulon Banks. He threw him halfway into the ring. This is the Vin we've been waiting to see. And now the demon drop by Doxel. And right now, Team Chemo and Friend are all over the other team. 8 seconds, and Ben comes in. Ethan Drake trapped in the corner. Vin all over Zabulon Banks, has him up. Massive Alabama slam. Vin blasted. Novar hits Pierce with the sledgehammer. Doxel all the way up top. Big body splash, but Ethan gets out of the way. Ben throws in a kendo stick. Ethan all over Doxel, but Vin comes in with the sledgehammer. Here, Vin with the sledgehammer going right and left. Everyone else is all over everybody else. Ben just throwing in toys all over the place. And Ben standing around with nothing to do. I wondered, Crit Witch. Another big throw in here. Ben is finally in the ring. We got a table, we got a kendo stick, we got a chair. We got stuff all over the place. Ben sets up the table, but it falls back down again. Didn't do a good enough job. Zabulon Banks goes after Ben, but now Novar power slams him. Ben sets up the table again. Ethan Drake, they're just not having luck with that table. Ethan Drake all over Doxel. Here comes Ben to help him out. Code Red is all over Ethan right now. Zabulon Banks all over Novar. Vin hit swings after Zabulon misses, but Doxel has him. Pierce Lincoln is up. Goes after Vin from behind. Throws him over the rope. And now here comes Lionel Hawk. And once he's in, the match begins. We got mayhem all over the place. Ethan Hawk trying to help out his team, comes right in, no toys. And they go right after him. Doxel gets him with the sign. And now the submissions and pins are real. Forge hammer by Novar onto Zabulon. Here comes Pierce. Everyone's in the same ring. Vin goes after a table, now gets slammed down by Zabulon. Bodies pounding all over the place. Zabulon trying to lift Vin. That was a mistake. Vin has him up. Ethan is down, and look how far he threw Zabulon again. Now Doxel is going after him as well. Vin trying to decide where to go. He's going to go in where Zabulon is. Novar has 3 people in the ring, and he's controlling them with the kendo stick. Zabulon Banks is isolated. Pierce has Novar in trouble. Nasty slam there. Novar might be in trouble here. 3-on-1. Pierce has him up. Hits the slam down. Top signs and sledgehammers on Novar. Meanwhile, Zabulon's getting pounded on. Who's going to cave first, it looks like. As we got 2 3-on-1s going here. And Novar hits the forge hammer out of nowhere onto Lionel. And there's Zabulon Banks flying in the air again. Novar up, Pierce is on him. Ethan is in trouble with the other 3. Novar holding his own. Vin breaks the kendo stick. Then gets drop kicked from behind. They're all moving to the other ring now. This is mayhem all over the place. Control is flying all over the place here. And Zabulon Banks is about to get the demon drop. Then Pierce Lincoln missed whatever he had going. Vin is down. Here comes Novar with an elbow drop. Pierce is in trouble. Ethan is all over a down to Vin, and here comes Doxel for the save. Now he comes after Zebulon. And we got a table caught in the corner. Zebulon's down for a pin. Lionel saves. Ethan going after Vin. David versus Goliath. Here comes Doxel for the save. Wraps him up. Zebulon for the save. And now Ethan's trying to put the sleeper hold onto Vin, but can't hold it. Just too big. Doxel comes after Ethan. Novar goes for a pin. Ben tries to set up a table one more time. This time it works. Here's gonna add a massive elbow drop by Vin Blasting onto Zebulon Banks. That could do it. It does! And after we have seen a new Vin Blasting here tonight. As we try to get this back up for y'all, as right now it decides to go unstable, as the victory goes to Team Chemo and, more importantly, Vin Blasting. Just wait for it, Crit Witch, it's coming. You saw it right there. Vin Blasting gets the pin and the victory for Team Chemo. And that, my friends, will bring us to the end of this week's show. A long one. It was a premium live event, so it was intended to go longer. I hope you enjoyed all those matches here. We had some good ones, that's for sure. We had some title changes. All sorts of action there. Whew. That was a wild one. So, let's get things all set up here. Thank you all for coming here tonight and joining us. Scheduled for the rest of the week, we should be back to normal. Monday will be Family Night at the Emporium, as my daughter Bonnie and I are trying to wrap up and conclude the adventure known as Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile. We're chasing down someone who might be the spider. Yeah, they went for the save there on Vin and didn't even notice. I thought the funniest part was when Ethan Drake went for the sleeper hold onto Vin and couldn't even get his arms wrapped around him to do it. So that was, to me, the highlight of the match right there. So again, schedule. So Family Night will be back on Monday. Wednesday will be the weekly Skyrim serial, as our Bosmer thief is working his way and trying to find all the stones of Baron Zaya, and then he will join Mercer Gray in trying to track down this rogue trying to take out the Thieves Guild by the name of Carlia. That'll be happening on Wednesday, and then we'll be back here Saturday as we have new rivalries and new champions available now here on Grappler's Keep. So you can catch us. You can also catch me every other Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday on Disorderly Dice, as I am having fun. I'm playing a kind of a not so good character, a rogue by the name of Dick Grayson. Having some, or Gray Dixon, I'm sorry. Gray Dixon is his name. So that's going to be some fun, having some fun with that character as well. So different ways you can support the channel. As we mentioned earlier, there's different tiers that you can get for subscribing. There are the different things you can do. You can, just by watching us here, supporting us, follow us here and on YouTube, like us on YouTube as well. Are different ways you can support us. So we'll be getting this and Skyrim from earlier this week uploaded, hopefully probably tomorrow, depending on how things go. with everything. Try to get that uploaded tomorrow. And then on other ways you can, let's see. Everything's still working right? Yeah, looks like everything's still working right. Okay. Other ways you can support us. We have a merch shop. You can see here I'm wearing the Grappler's Keep hat and the Grappler's Keep t-shirt. We have shirts and hats for Grappler's Keep. We have them also for the Emporium and for our sponsor, Diet Water, who we also have these insulated tumblers for. We have the foam cozies for your cans and bottles. We have stickers available, and we have those for Diet Water, Grappler's Keep, and for Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium. So that's one way you can support us, is by going there to Fourth Wall and purchasing things there. I have an Etsy shop where I make custom Game Master screens for people. So you can support it if you are in need of one or have a forever GM who would love to have their own custom screen. Please go to the site there and see what's available. Each one is made custom for each person. It's not, okay, this is the design and everyone gets it. Everyone gets their own custom design based on what they want and what they're interested in. Other ways you can support us is by coming to our Discord. The link has been there in chat. We have sections to talk about the games we have going on here. We have sections for you where you can show off your creative skills, like I do once I have a customer receive their GM screen. I post pictures of it online, but I make sure that they see it first. So, and then we also have a special section in the chat there on Discord. It's called the Prayer Closet. Here in this household, we definitely believe in the power of prayer. We know that it's real. We know that it works. We've seen it time and time again with our friends and family. If you have a need, if you have a concern, if you have a request, please place it there and we will be praying for you. This isn't just a thoughts and prayers and no one does anything. I keep a list on Evernote so that way I can track how God and who's on it, how long they're on there, and how God answers. So please take advantage of that if you would like that kind of spiritual support. However, we know, OBS is trying to disconnect and reconnect again. How quaint of you. However, we realize that some things are personal. Some things are kind of private. We would like to get that kind of support, but unfortunately, we don't want the internet knowing all about it, and I don't blame you. So if that's the case and you still want that kind of spiritual support, just use the praying hands emoji. We'll take that as what we call an unspoken request, which means God knows what it is. You know what it is. We don't know, but you know what? We don't have to know every nitty-gritty detail. All we need to know is that the need is there, and we'll be praying for you just as hard as if we knew everything that was going on, because the important thing is not knowing every nitty-gritty detail. The important thing is giving you that kind of spiritual support. So please take advantage of that if you would like. So let's go see who at this time is still available to raid here tonight. We got all sorts of WW2K25 stuff here. Let's see who else we have as well. Let's see if there's any other friends we want to go see. Let's see here. Who among the people that we're following? Let's see, Arcave. Okay. Paige the Witch. I don't know if Paige will, if we can raid her or not. We're going to go ahead and raid an old friend, Paige the Witch. She's doing Batman Arkham Knight Day 2. If that doesn't work, we'll go to Jarl of Goats. So let's go ahead and see if we can do a raid there. So, unable to raid Paige the Witch. Okay, she probably has, it's got to be a certain number, which I can understand. I have no problem with that. She's a fairly big one. She doesn't want to be interrupted by people with a 1 or 2 person raid. So let's go raid our good friend and customer, Jarl of Goats. They're doing Hold Fast, Nations at War. It's kind of a war, shoot 'em, struggling kind of thing. Thank you very much, Crit Witch, for coming, and everyone else for watching. So we're going to raid Jarl of Goats. So until next time, everyone, may green be the grass below you, may blue be the sky above you, may straight be the path before you, and warm be the hearts that love you. Good night, everybody. This has been a Diet Water production.